of names now.
Yeah, Ted just joined the thing.
Cool.
European Football Alliance.
All right, we should be on the green light any minute now.
Yep, we're live
Yeah,
on
we're
YouTube
live.
right now. Want me to wait till like about 1 minute to go, one minute, and then get started? Or do you want me to just go ahead and just get started?
Just whenever.
All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the weekly football talk show, Wolf's Weekly Football Show, starring the guys from the Football Pick'em Show. My name is Brett, and I'm the announcer. Let's go around the horn. Let's introduce each of the members of the panel tonight. First, starting with coming out of the great state of Massachusetts, our good friend Angel. Angel, how you doing today, buddy?
It's freaking 95 degrees up here in Massachusetts. It's hot like a sieve.
All right. Thank you. Let's throw it over to our resident from Texas. Let's throw it over to D-Man. D-Man, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. I finally got some sleep.
That's good. Also, let's throw it over to let's throw it over to somebody who does need no introduction. He's our sports pick'em resident statistician and my brother. Let's throw it down to the great city of Marion, Iowa, and let's say hello to Jeff Alt. Jeff, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing fine. It's a very cozy, about 59 degrees here on the north side of Marion after all that crazy weather that happened yesterday. Holy Toledo.
Yep.
Yeah, no fair.
And then finally, let's say hi to the host who put this all together. Let's say hello to the man from Knoxville, Tennessee. Wolfie, how you doing, buddy?
Hello, everybody. Welcome in. It is miserable, and it ain't even summer yet.
By the way, before we get started with the subject today, me and Jeff do have some breaking news. We're not. I'm not going to announce it. That Jeff probably won't, but I'm going to announce for both him and I that we are going to be the proud great uncles again of a baby great nephew. We just learned over the weekend that our youngest niece is going to have a baby boy.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So today, ladies and gentlemen,
Congratulations.
thank you.
I'm
Jeff and I are
shocked.
looking forward to be great uncles. So anyway, tonight's subject, we're going to be focusing on a new football alliance.
Football.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about a new football alliance that started over in Europe, and D-Man found out about it. It's called the EFA, or the Europe Football Alliance. Let's throw it over to our resident D-Man to lead the discussion. D-Man, the floor is all yours.
Okay, so you were right. There was, yes, European football has a rich history that has been played in Europe for the past 140 years. I did not know that. God dang. Modern association football, which is soccer. See, that's soccer in football.
Yeah, but if you look up the NFL European Football League, there was a good time frame, probably from I would say early 90s to the mid-early 2000s. There was a league of about 8 teams.
The UEFA was founded in 1954 in Basel, Switzerland. The organization paved the way for the continent-wide leagues and tournaments recognized today. The European Cup, there was the EUFA Championship League. Then there was the Euro League, European Championship, commonly known as the Euros for national teams, was proposed as early as 1927. This is all talking about soccer, not American football. There was never an American football league over in Europe. This is the first time it's ever been there, according to them.
Back in the 1980s, 1990s, you had NFL Europe over there too. I think it was 80s and 90s, wasn't it, Wolf?
In the 1990s was American football in Europe. Yes, American football was played in Europe during the 1990s, highlighted by the establishment of the World League of American Football, the WLFAF, in 1991. This transitioning league, backed by the NFL, featured both North American and European franchises. The American football landscape in Europe during the 1990s featured several key developments. Okay, so yeah, it was in the 90s. But what happened to it, because they had to went under for them not to be saying anything about it again until now.
Huh. So who are
But
so
the
who
one
are
that they have now, the EFA, the European Football Alliance, the European Football Alliance is dedicated to elevating the equality of visibility and stability of American football across Europe. As a
okay?
team-owned
All right,
league,
guys.
as
I'll
a
be back.
team-owned league
I need to go
requires
get Chewy.
what
All right, Angel.
All right, Angel.
I'll be back.
Yeah, no problem.
as a team-owned league, we prioritize the growth and development of the sport, fostering a competitive environment where every team strives for excellence. There's only 6 teams right now in the EFA. There's only 6 teams in that Europe league right, as of right now. They're trying to expand. They're trying to expand in the 2027 season. They're trying to expand to like 8 to 12 teams.
That's not bad. By the way, let's say hello to the guy who just came in. Let's say hello to him, to the panel, ladies and gentlemen, from the great city and state of Florida, near Miami. Let's say hello to Florida Claimers Ted. Ted, how you doing, buddy?
All right. You guys start saying that we need a name for the panel, and I'm sitting there putting names back there. And then Brett's like, the live started, or was it Jeff? Jeff or Brett
It was
says,
me. I said that.
yeah, you said the live started already, and I'm sitting there popping up names that there, and I'm thinking that nothing has started yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the best thing I could come up with was the sack pack. You know, to call us the sack pack.
Oh, that's football. That's actually a good one.
That's the best I could come up with.
Yeah. So today we're talking about the European Football Alliance that D-Man found on
Dude,
that he
I was
saw.
watching. It popped up on my YouTube feed. I was like, European Football Alliance. What the hell is this? I've never heard of it before. Go to watch some highlights, dude. They're better than the fucking damn UFL. They're better than the UFL over there in Europe, bro. I think a lot of these guys, what they're doing is they're extending this league, this football shit, that they're going to come to the United States, and that's how they're going to draft. They're going to draft some of these players from Europe too. What? And I swear by 30-30, they're going to start drafting these players from out of Europe, bro. I give it to at least 30-30. They're going to let that football alliance, the European Football Alliance, grow. Because as of right now, there's 6 teams this year in the Europe in the alliance. There's only 6 teams. I guarantee by 2030, 2035, they're going to at least have almost damn near as much as the NFL, and they're going to start drafting out of that league. Watch. I guarantee they're going to start drafting out of that league in the next 2035, 2032, 2035. They're going to start drafting out of that league as well.
That looks interesting. I'll have to look it up myself.
Yeah, we may have another thing here. They may do like a World Football League, whereas all the other places, like you said, like Europe, will do football, and then all of a sudden it'd be like the WFL versus the NFL. You know,
It could be having some games in there with their teams, because you got to remember the EFA only had 6 teams right now. They started with 6 teams, just like what was it, the UFL, just like the United Football League. They only started with 6 teams when they started. You got to remember, they only started with 6. What? No, I don't know if it was 16.
They started with the 8 teams
still,
that they have now, but they had the different names though, because remember they combined the USFL and the XFL into the UFL.
Yeah, the USFL originally had 6 teams. The XFL had 6 teams, and they kind of went together, and it went to 8 teams total.
I thought they only combined it. They only merged because of freaking Rock bought the damn team, bought the league. They only merged because of that.
So let's ask Jeff. Jeff, you study, your history, stats, and everything with football. Tell me, true or false? Before the EFA, there once was a football league in Europe called NFL Europe. True or false?
Yes, that is true. Some of those teams, like like the Barcelona Dragons is like one of the teams I know of. They originated from that World League of American Football that used to be kind of popular in the somewhere in the 90s. You could watch those games like on like ABC Sports or USA Network and so forth like that. I mean, you could just go back in time on YouTube and type up World League of American Football and you could watch some old games there. So yeah. Oh, and you asked they're expanding. They are planning to in 27 with Italy and the United Kingdom. So
Okay,
there,
so
there you go.
NFL Europe went under. Europe went under in 2007 because it's losing an estimated $30 million annually and had drafted and drifted from an original purpose. The NFL abandoned the developmental league to redirect its resources toward expanding its global footprint by hosting live regular season games overseas. The primary factor that led to the league's demise include massive financial losses despite generating a decapitated fan base in countries like Germany and the Netherlands. The league consistently operated as a heavy financial loss, shifting development needs originally designed to give young developmental players and coaches extra game experience. NFL teams increasingly realized it was better to keep trained prospects at their own state of the art facilities back home. So that's the reason why NFL Europe disbanded because they were losing money, just like the XFL did. When Vince McMahon first started it, they weren't getting enough backing with money. That's why when he tried it again the second time, that's why The Rock stepped in and started helping him fund the XFL this time. And then that's when they merged with the UFL and the XFL merged because The Rock knows the owner of the UFL. The Rock knew him. That's why they got together and merged. That's why the XFL and the UFL are doing so better this time. The XFL is doing so better this time because they merged the way they did and when they did.
Me and Angel, we were talking. Speaking of the UFL, me and Angel, we were talking once backstage on. I think it was one of Ted's panels. I think it was. Angel was asking me, "Do you think the NFL should adopt a rule from the UFL?" And I think the one that would make more entertainment sense would be to adopt the 4-point field goal rule.
I don't see that because I don't believe
I don't either.
I don't believe that because if they were going to do something like that, they would have already tried to implement it just to see how it goes. Dude, you have to hit over a 60-yard field goal. You have to hit a 60-yard field goal to get 4 points. How often does a person kick? How often does a person kick a 60-yard field goal?
That's true.
A lot of people trying though.
At the same time, though, I mean, look at the rule that the NFL did when they came up with when they adopted the XFL kickoff rule. I mean, Jeff got that look on his face like he wants to say something. Go ahead and say something, Jeff. What do you want to say?
No. By the way, getting back to the European football alliance here, I can tell you where the two new teams are going to be at for 27: London, England, and Milan, Italy. So there you go.
Well, London, England did have one.
The Monarchs.
The Monarchs. So
Yep.
I mean that would make sense.
Yeah, to put a team back there, yeah, that would make sense to put a team back in that city. Yeah.
The only other team I would think that would come out of that area would probably be the a team like the Claymores.
Scottish Claymores.
Yeah.
Hampton Park, Glasgow.
Yeah, they originated from Glasgow and Edinburgh.
Oh yeah, Edinburgh.
You know what I often wonder though? But you think in a I don't know why they would have a football in a city that's known for fashion such as Milan. I mean, what are they trying to do?
I don't know, but
are they trying to make football look fashionable in Milan? What's next? You see the football players going on a runway?
Yep. Especially when it's the home of Armani. Oh yeah.
Okay, So the teams that are in the EFA right now is the Frankfurt Galaxy, the
Mm-hmm.
Munich Ravens, the Nordic Storm, the Paris Musketeers, the Prague Lions, and the Raiders Tyrol, wherever that is. Those are the 6 teams that are in the EFA
Yeah.
right now.
Yep. That's right.
Wow.
A
So 2 of the
partner.
teams are in Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know what's
Yeah.
killing the football over there. They're crazy about rugby, and rugby is very similar to football.
Correct.
No, sir, it's not. Nowhere near it. Nowhere near it.
That was the biggest reason why the NFL Europe did not wind up being
Last.
successful because of Europe.
Right
It didn't
on.
Because
last.
of
Yeah, that's
rugby.
the reason why it didn't last. Because they already had a sport over there similar
Yeah.
to the NFL. That's
Yep.
the reason
Yeah.
why it never lasted.
That's
They
right.
love rugby over
Because it
there.
was so similar.
But on a viewership perspective, the other reason is because there was 6 teams in Germany alone out of the 8 teams.
Yep. They're football obsessed in
Okay.
Germany. I'll say that for sure.
Okay, so this EFA, the way that the playoff to get into the playoff goes, the top 4, the 4 teams with the best records advance to the playoff round. The playoffs are played in a single elimination format. The winners advance to decide who will become the first EFA champion. The championship game venue will be revealed soon. This is their first season, dude. That's why I said the EFA. This is their first season in Europe. In this style of format, though.
Now the question is, we still have plenty of season to go in the EFA. Now here's the big $64,000 question: do you think it'll succeed where NFL Europe failed? Do you guys think?
Well, you got to remember though. It depends on what kind of recognition they're getting worldwide. If they're not going to get no recognition worldwide, and our NFL sport's not going to go over there and play their team like they used to, it depends on us being Americans wanting our teams to go over there and play them.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we already have the NFL regular season games over in Europe anyway, so.
True.
So, and plus,
Okay, so they're only in week 2. They're only going into week 2 of their season. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 weeks in their season. They got 13 NFL. They got 13 weeks in their season.
13
with only
weeks
16. 13 weeks and 16.
That means a couple of teams will be playing each other twice.
At least.
Easily.
So, anyway, while we're on the football subject of the UFL postseason is fast approaching.
Yeah,
I got the Birmingham ball. I got the Birmingham winning it again, dude. I got Birmingham winning it again.
So here are the games on this weekend. So this Friday night on Fox is going to be DC Defenders at Orlando Storm. Then on Saturday from Columbus, Ohio, you've got Birmingham at Columbus. Then also on Saturday, you've got Dallas at Louisville. And then Sunday, you've got St. Louis at Houston. But so you really think let's see who's still in the lead right now. Okay, so here are the standings right now as of we're in week 9, I think. Yep. So currently right now, here would be the 4 teams that would probably make it to the playoffs. You would have the Orlando Storm at 6-2. Oh, hold up here. Oh, the Orlando Storm have clinched the playoff berth already.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
because nobody can catch them. That's why. Nobody can catch them, and they're almost at the end of the season.
Yep.
That's why.
So the Orlando Storm are 6-2. Both the St. Louis Battlehawks and the defending champion DC Defenders are 5-3. And then you got the Birmingham Stallions at 4-4, along with the Louisville Kings at 4-4.
I still got Birmingham beating them. I still got Birmingham going.
You think Birmingham's going to get the fourth spot in the playoffs, D-Man?
Yeah, I do.
Anybody want to say not so fast on that one?
Yeah, right.
All right, nobody wants to say not so fast.
I think Wolfie. Did Wolfie read the back chat? I heard Wolfie laughing.
Yeah, that's a stupid one. I like the sack pack one better, Ted.
I did that for Wolfie, the diaper dogs.
Well, some of us are to the point where you can't. Well, I'm off topic, but we're to the point where some of us can't trust a fart. So,
yeah.
Anyway, but going back to this, seriously though, when it comes to what D-Man saying about Birmingham getting a fourth spot, anybody want to say not so fast on that one? If not, then I guess we're all in agreement then about Birmingham getting the fourth spot. Unless you want to say not so fast, Wolf.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Birmingham's the automatic. The last one in would probably be Dallas.
Yeah.
Dallas is
I
3
don't
and
see
5
that.
right
Though.
now.
I don't see that because Dallas.
Arlington.
Where are they going with that? Where are they going?
No, I think it's only the top 4 teams make it into the playoffs.
Top 14.
Oh.
You got okay. So if they're tied at the end of the season, how do they determine the fourth spot? Do they let them play that one playoff spot, a playing game, like they do in baseball, or are they gonna? How are they gonna do that if they're tied at the end of the season?
Well, according to the schedule right here, according to this, Birmingham has a better home win-loss ratio than Louisville does. Because
Are they going to go by strength of schedule?
Yeah,
right. Are they going to go by strength?
Because even though Birmingham and Louisville are both 4-4, Birmingham is 2-2 at home, while Louisville is only 1-3 at home. But where Louisville accelerates it does best is when they're on the road, because Birmingham is 2-2 on the road, and Louisville is 3-1 at home. On the road, I should say.
Okay, so they do got a strength of schedule, and then they got an SOV, which is strength of victory. I think that's what they're going to go by. If there's somebody tied at the end of the season, they're going to go by strength of victory. By strength of victory, how much they won and how much they beat their opponents by. I think that's gonna define the fourth spot, in my opinion, Bill. I'm looking at the legend that they have. They have an SOS, which is strength of schedule, an SOV, which is strength of victory, and then they got the clinch playoff berth, and then they got eliminated. Yeah, that is eliminated.
Yeah.
And then they got eliminated. So,
then even though you say Birmingham is that, then I guess I'll pull the trigger, and I'm going to say not so fast, D-Man. I think Louisville Kings have an outside shot at taking that fourth spot from Birmingham.
Oh, that's cute.
Because their strength of schedule is .578, while Birmingham's is .531. And their strength of victory, Birmingham is only .469, while Louisville is 500 even. So, and Louisville has a great road record, too. They're only second behind Orlando, because Orlando is 4-0 on the road. So,
That's cute.
So,
That's good.
So I'm going to say not so fast. I'm going to say Louisville have the outside chance of taking the fourth spot. But I think it is going to be close between Birmingham and Louisville, though. But I think Louisville's going to.
Oh yeah, for sure, Jeff. I think I for sure.
But like you said though, man, don't count Birmingham out though.
You got to watch out for Dallas too now.
Oh, Dallas is 3-5 though.
Yes, the Dallas team. How cute.
All right, so that's what I want to take care of.
I don't even know why they call them the Dallas Renegades when they play in fucking Arlington. They play in Arlington, but you call them the Dallas Renegades.
I know, that's that wacko. I think it's
It's
wacko.
like when the Dallas Cowboys played in Arlington and they were still called Dallas.
It's like
They played in Irving, Texas. They started out in Irving, Texas. Started their damn stadium in Irving, Texas, and was still called the Dallas Cowboys.
after the Cotton Bowl.
Oh yeah.
Actually, Jeff was saying that originally the Dallas Cowboys played at the old Cotton Bowl, D-Man.
Yep,
There's no appointment.
1960.
No,
Yep.
my appointment.
And they picked
Because
up a coach.
wasn't the Dallas Texans, before they became the Chiefs, weren't the Dallas Texans playing at the Cotton Bowl too, Jeff?
Yep.
And the only reason why the NFL made the Cowboys was to drive the Texans out of the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah, Lamar Hunt told his group that we're going to move to Kansas City and become the Chiefs. And I think it was a great move. So,
But you got to remember, Lamar Hunt and freaking damn Jerry Jones is the one that merged the freaking AFL.
It was
You
actually
got to remember they had something to do with that, dude.
actually, it wasn't Jerry Jones that actually helped merge it. It was Lamar Hunt and Tex Schramm.
No, sir, it was not. It was Jerry Jones. You better look it up.
When did that
Look it up again.
do that?
It was Jerry Jones and Lamar Hunt.
When was Jerry Jones even part of the AFL NFL merger? I don't remember seeing that in history.
I never read it. Anyway,
Let's not debate
Yeah.
about that. What's
Forget
in
it.
the old news is old news. So
that's ancient history. We were all not alive back then.
it's so ancient. It's so ancient. The text of the merger is written in hieroglyphics in the NFL museum.
Yep.
Anyway,
Yeah,
By the
that
way-
one spot, Birmingham or Louisville. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. They're going to battle for that. I think Louisville's got a better chance of grabbing that spot.
Okay.
yeah.
Yep.
Anyway,
And they're both on streaks. Birmingham's on a 3-game win streak, and Louisville's on a 2-game win streak.
so we do have. Well, I did hear some college. Switching to college football, I did hear some news the other day.
Indeed, you did.
Iowa State lost their running back 3 player who is a transfer from Oregon State with an Achilles injury, so he's going to be out the entire year this year. So the way it sounded, they're going to be looking into the transfer portal to find a replacement.
Yeah, I saw Tennessee landed a big-time recruit. I think it was yesterday or day before. And Miami stole one from Georgia, a 5-star, or was it from Oregon? They either stole him from Oregon, but they got a 5-star recruit they stole from either Georgia or Oregon. I saw Miami do that. And then Ohio State locked up a couple more 5-stars. LSU got a couple 5-stars. So, yeah, the SEC, some of them powerhouses really locked up some nice 5-star recruits. But we all know a 3-star or 4-star can be just as good as a 5-star. So who knows?
Hey,
Look what Indiana did. Yeah, look what
watch out
Indiana
for
did.
this WFA too. Y'all better
Yeah,
watch
look
out for
out.
the WFA too.
Yeah, Texas Tech. Yeah, they got deep pockets. Texas got deep pockets. Texas A&M stole a big-time recruit from. They got this Mark Matthews guy. They stole him right out of Miami's backyard. Mark Matthews he's like the best 2027 offensive tackle, and Miami lost him.
Yep, D-Man, Jeff was right. It says here, Wolf just posted this in the Facebook chat. It says, the AFL-NFL merger was officially negotiated by NFL Commissioner Pete Rozelle, AFL founder Lamar Hunt, and Dallas Cowboys General Manager Tex Schramm. There was no mention of Jerry Jones.
Yeah, he didn't buy I was just reading that. He didn't buy the Cowboys until 1989. That happened in 1966.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jerry Jones was still affiliated with the Arkansas Razorbacks back in the early 80s, 70s.
You better watch out for the Women's Football Alliance, man. They got a Women's Football Alliance now.
Yeah.
You better watch out for that league too.
And it's wonderful.
Yeah.
They got six teams as well. They got 6 teams as well.
That's good.
The women's
Wolfie
football-
might know this.
They might have more.
Back in the 80s, Wolfie, it was who used to run that wishbone thing? Like they used to do this wishbone. Was it Arkansas that did that? It might have been Arkansas.
Brett should
Somebody used to
know.
always run this wishbone thing, like
I
this
think
heavy.
Oklahoma was known for.
Maybe it was Oklahoma. It was one of them teams, but it was either Arkansas or Oklahoma. It was one of them, but yeah, it was like this wishbone thing they used to do.
Yeah.
No, the classic wishbone was Tom Osborne of Nebraska. He was,
Maybe that was it. It could have been them.
He was well known for the wishbone offense.
Okay, that might have been what it was. It could have been that too. Yeah.
Holy,
Did you guys know that Brett's into football formations?
Yeah, because I remember Miami had this guy named Melvin Bratton. I'm sure Wolfie knows who it is. Melvin Bratton.
I've heard of Bratton.
Yeah, and he used to do this big kind of wishbone type thing, and he would leap over. He was a jumper. He jumped real high in the air, and I think it was like an 89 or something like that. But yeah, I remember Melvin Bratton was kind of like the wishbone guy from Miami.
Yep.
this WFA, dude, it's got 4 all teams, WFA Pro, Division 2 and Division 3 for women.
Who would have thought?
Division 3 only has 2 teams in it.
Who would have thought?
3 teams. Division 2 has 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 26 teams in Division 2.
I wonder how many in the Pro.
Pro 4, 8, 12. No, whoa. 4, 8, 11 in Pro.
How does Division 2 have
And then
more teams than Pro Division?
Dude, I don't know. But that's the WFA, the Women's Football Alliance, bro.
That's glad.
That's
glad
crazy.
It's glad that they're seeing women talent for football finally.
Oh yeah, for sure. I agree.
I mean, even though you have these indoor football leagues where the female uniforms are like the eye candy and shit like that. Oh, sorry, family friendly, my bad. The crap like that. The fact of the matter is,
That sounded good, Brett.
but the fact of the matter is, with the Women's Football Alliance, at least with the full football uniforms, at least the women are actually getting the respect they deserve. What do you think, Jeff?
By the way, what you said earlier was really a good one, even though you said "oops." So good job.
Didn't mean to cuss though, Jeff.
And but yeah, I mean, yeah. Back in what was it, 2014? I think I was at the Special Olympics games in New Jersey, and we actually met up. At some sports fest thingamajig as part of it with like some women's flag football players, and those girls can play. I'll tell you that. Holy Toledo,
Bro. And I'm telling you, these girls are putting up some points, bro. Listen to some of these scores, man.
Go for it.
Week 1, 52-0. Cincinnati Cougars beat the Columbus Chaos 52-0.
How cool is that?
Tri-State Warriors beat Maine Mayhems 34-0. The Jacksonville Dixie Blues 0. The West Palm Beach Coyotes 40. Birmingham Iron 6. Atlanta Rage 14. East Tennessee Valkyrie 0. Music City Misfits 41.
Dang. Those are air raid freaking scores.
The Nevada Storm 54. The Oregon Cougars 0.
Well, I can tell you this much: if the Valkyrie are still dressed anything like they were back 2 years ago, nobody's watching the football game. I can guarantee you that. They're watching the girls.
Yeah, I totally concur with
It's
that.
not the lingerie football league. It's not anything like lingerie football.
Thank goodness.
Oh God, I saw that one. I saw that once on YouTube, and I'm like, it's like you're playing football. Put some dang clothes on, for crying out loud.
Correct.
River City
That's the last time I seen women's football on TV was literally them basically in bikinis with the shoulder pads over their shoulders. That's about it.
They still had that league. Lingerie, the LFL is still around. It's
Yeah, but
still
they're
around.
called the X League now. I think they're called the X League now.
No. It's still called. It's still called Lingerie Football League. It's still called it.
Well,
That's what they're advertising it at. Anyway, that's what they're still advertising it at.
When I used to watch the old games of that, the Legends Football League. That's what it was called. I watched. There was one team that was in the Midwest that was out of Omaha called the Omaha Heart.
Cool.
Man, bro, they're putting up some points. Look at this. Listen to this one. River City Grizzlies 0, Cali Wars 65. The Pittsburgh Passion 56. The Pittsburgh Passion 56. Tampa Bay Inferno 14.
Yeah.
That league, dude, is gonna blow up. I think that that WFA is gonna blow up. I think it's gonna blow up. I think that's gonna be a good league.
I'm gonna look at.
I think it's gonna be a good league for the women.
There's more and more young girls playing football these days too, though. So,
Jeff, it's Women's Football Alliance is what it's called.
Yep. Yeah, I'm checking them. Oh, I'm checking out one team, the Minnesota Vixen, coached by Connor Lewis, and oh man, alive, they actually got a former Iowa State Cyclone on this roster. A gal named Britt Peterson. She's from Adel. Man, I'm jacked. Sheesh. This is great.
I think a lot of these new leagues coming up is giving a lot of these NFL coaches a place to go coach. I think that's what it's giving a lot of these old coaches from the NFL that are getting fired and not finding jobs in the NFL. It's giving them a place to go and coach and still have a coaching career. It might not be the NFL, but it's still a coaching. They're still getting their coaching experience that they wanted to get, that they couldn't get in the NFL.
Yep.
Ted, read the private chat, guys. That's funny, by Ted.
Oh, Brian, here's another one of interest for this Minnesota team. Number 84, her name is Mackenzie Reed. She's plays tight end. She's from Des Moines, and she's actually, and it says under her schools, Iowa City West High School and Co College. How about that?
Wow.
Man alive. That is so cool. That's so cool that these women are playing football. That is groovy.
I think Wolfie saw it first. I heard Wolfie snarling up here. I heard him going, I heard Wolf. So I think Wolfie read the back chat first.
Thanks, Ted.
Yeah.
Oh
I think Wolfie read it first. I heard Wolfie, giggling.
How would you like to call a team the Zydeco Spice for football?
Yeah.
That is groovy.
I knew Brett was going to crack up when he seen it.
Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one.
That was good.
Anyway, but yeah, I agree with D-Man though about all these new football alliances and stuff that are being made up. I mean, they give these coaches coaching opportunities. There may be young people who want to try coaching but can't make it to the NFL.
No, for sure. I mean, yeah, but that's why I said, like, when they get fired from the NFL, they have somewhere to go continue coaching. It's not like they're going to be going home and sitting on their couch. They got all these leagues that are coming up or that have been out that they just now getting big again. They're getting known again because they're on national TV and shit like that. I mean, stuff like that. So that gives them an opportunity. Let me go here and coach these girls or coach these kids where I wouldn't have an opportunity if these places weren't around.
Speaking of flag football, I'm hearing to promote flag football for the Olympics. The NFL wants to launch a flag football league.
Oh, lovely.
Nobody's going to go for that.
Buddy, it's already out. It's already out. What are you talking about? It's already here.
Yes. Yep.
The masses won't support that. You know what I mean? It will never be huge. It might be a big sport on the side, but it won't never be.
It won't draw any TV interest. I can
exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Right. Well, thanks for letting us know.
But I agree with D-Man. The Women's Football Alliance definitely looks promising.
Because they got like a 8, 9, 10, 12 fucking week a 12-week season. It's not like it's 5 or 6 games and the season's over. It's like, hold on, let me check. What was this season?
What's that women's league called again?
The Women's Football Alliance.
The
Okay,
Women's Football
I gotta
Alliance.
Google something. Let me see. I gotta Google this for everybody because everybody's thinking it right now. Nobody wants to address the situation here. All right. And the football, what is it called? Women's Football Alliance, you said?
Women's Football Alliance.
In the Women's Football Alliance, can you tackle a woman by her bra?
Oh, God.
Yes, you can.
No. Tackling a player by their bra is not allowed in the Women's Football Alliance.
Thank
It's a
you.
full contact league that follows standard football rules and requires full protective gear.
Thank goodness for that.
Okay, well, I know everybody was thinking it. Nobody wanted to address the elephant in the room, but I went ahead and did that for us.
Well, you're the elephant in the room there, buddy. You're the only one that was thinking that way.
I agree with you, man, Ted. You're the elephant in the room, Ted.
Oh, heaven help us. Oh, heaven help us.
What the heck is this?
I already knew that because they have all the whole top of their body is nothing. They got they're all protected. It's all protected.
Yeah, and they're tough. They're tough.
It's all protected.
Tough.
Yeah.
I was trying to look on that Music City Misfits roster for anybody from the great city of Knoxville, but didn't find any. Sorry.
Okay, so they're only. I'm sorry, I said they're 10 to 8 week schedule. It's only 8. It's only 8
Okay.
8 weeks in the WFS schedule. It's only 8 weeks, but that's still more than some of the other ones we were talking about.
That's true.
Yes, Big Brett.
I mean, I think that Ted looking that Google definition up. If that,
I do have a question for everybody though. With all these women leagues coming out, do you think that they in the future will make a women's like NFL?
That'd be great.
Just straight NFL?
I would love to see a women's professional.
I love that.
Football league like the NFL.
I would love to see. I mean, they're professional, but they're right under like NFL. I want to see something identical level with the NFL for the women.
Yeah.
I think if they could do that, maybe by 2040, 2035, 2040, that would be good for the sport in a whole, not just for the men or for them in a whole, for both of them, men and women. I think it would bring a lot of money to that sport, the football.
Hey, Jeff, bro, you're frozen. So if Jeff accidentally has to drop because he's frozen, then both of you might have to drop too with this audio, though.
Right, Brett.
All right, he's back.
Yep, I'm back.
Oh, you froze. But Jeff, you probably were froze out because you probably didn't hear the question that D-Man said. He asked, "Do you see with all these women football stuff coming out? Do you see possibly in the future a women's professional league like a WNFL or something like that?"
I think it could be in the cards, yes. I think it could
I mean, like by 2040, 2035, 2040, and beyond that, I hope that the women, they're wanting the recognition of them being on the field, which they already got the recognition because they wouldn't have these leagues if they didn't have the recognition that they deserved. So now the next step would it be for them to go professionally and play professional, be level with the NFL? And you wanted that recognition to be equal as the NFL? I think I see by 2040, between 2040 and 2050, a women's NFL league coming out. By 2040, between 2040 and 2050, I can see that happening then, but not right now. But you got to remember, you got to have people that back the team, people that own the team, people that are putting money out to pay them, all that type of stuff. Yep. We got to remember that. If you don't have any of that, the league's going to go under. Look what the XFL did. Look what the XFL did with Vince McMahon the first time he tried it. He didn't have the money backing. That's the reason why it went under the first time.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's why he didn't last.
Yeah, and I was a huge fan of the XFL in 2001. Crazy enough.
Of course, Brett. That's good. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, if you remember, I was up in Alta when that was going on. Remember?
You were at the what?
I was up in Alta at that Spectre place.
Oh, yes.
Remember after I left that one other place?
Alta.
Huh.
Oh, yeah.
Alta, Iowa.
Alta Aurelia. remember
Yeah,
that.
because I was up there when the XFL 2001 came out. Because remember, Jeff, I had just left. You know where?
Oh yes, Atlantic.
No, Atlantic was 2002.
Oh yes, my bad.
No, I had left the placement up there in Peterson,
Oh yes.
and I moved to Alta.
And
Then,
what was it?
then I went to Alta. Then after Alta for a while there, I went to Atlantic.
Oh yes.
Because XFL 2001 was on, and then I was in Alta. So, but yeah, I always look forward to the XFL weekends because I was always looking forward to the games. So,
Yep.
anyway, so
NFL playoff race is heating up. Who is it? Oh man, this is YouTube.
Oh, by the way, in case anybody's wondering, sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jeff.
I'm currently working on a new. I'm working on a spreadsheet for college football season already. How do you like that?
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what's the spreadsheet? Is it going to be a stats spreadsheet or something, or what?
Yes, it is.
So preparing
That's
before
too much.
football season.
That's too much for me. Forget that. That's too much
Yeah.
for me.
What
Too
you
many
got too
teams
much
in
of,
football.
man?
Too many teams in college to keep stats on. Way too many.
If you're going to do it right, starting early is the way to go.
Yep.
So
Yeah. One of the new things I'm going to add to my list this year is taking. I'm going to have the listed on one part the attendance, on the other and next to it is the capacity of the stadium, and next to that will show the percentage of how full the stadium really was. How cool is that?
That could be interesting. What do you think, Wolf?
yeah, it gives people perspective of what it actually looks
Yep.
like in the stadium. So yeah, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Ted, what you crunching on over there, bud?
You want to see what this is? You guys got to get these. They're pretty good. It's a.
Oh, bro. You know how stupid the food stamps are, bro?
Oh yeah.
Let me
chocolate
tell you
chip
about the
cookie
food
dough bars.
stamps, okay?
There you
Let's
go.
go off topic a little bit. Let's go off
Sure.
topic a little bit, okay? Here in Texas, bro, you cannot buy half and half sugar, okay? But they allow you to buy regular sugar. They allow you to buy the regular sugar, but you can't buy it half and half. You know, you can buy donuts, but you can't buy anything. What is it?
You can't buy, they let you buy, pies.
They let you buy pie. What does pie have mostly of? Sugar. And they let you
Yep.
buy it.
Speaking of the
They let you buy
USL,
donuts. What'd you say, Brett?
oh yeah, sorry, I didn't back on football, but I was gonna say, speaking of the UFL, I noticed Jeff is wearing a St. Louis Battlehawks t-shirt.
Cause
Some of our family are Battlehawks fans.
actually, because
You're from
one of my
Iowa and the
nieces-
damn St. Louis bat. Oh yeah, that's the closest team to you.
yeah, exactly.
Also, another reason why some of our family were Battlehawk fans is because we had a niece who used to live in St. Louis.
St. Charles to be
Well,
exact.
St. Charles, St. Louis, who gives a crap?
They're separate by a good number of miles, Brett.
I know, just Interstate 64 is the separate one.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah.
Got these Iowa boys. Isn't this so crazy? I'm the last person you would expect to be born in Iowa.
Yeah.
Well, we are, and we like it.
Do you guys even know where that is? Mount Pleasant?
Yeah, I know we.
Oh yeah, it's down in Henry County. You just keep flying down 218, and before you know it, you're going to cross you're going to cross a river on a little bridge down Highway 218 and whatnot. You'll be in smack dab Missouri before you know it. Oh, and we do have
I'll tell you guys right now. You guys, I'm glad I did not do a live stream with that fucking Ronda Rousey fight. I'm so glad I did not do a live stream with it.
I agree.
Y'all would have been pissed. Y'all would have
That
been
was
pissed off just as much as me and Ted were.
Yes,
Trust
guys,
me, y'all would have been
it
pissed
was
off.
highway robbery. It was
17
highway
seconds, that was
robbery,
fast.
guys.
I'll tell you right now, that girl, that is a female Mike Tyson, man.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying. She's a female Mike Tyson. And I told Ted, before the fight even started, I said, Ronda Rousey is known for the armbar. She's going to try to do that damn armbar to finish her.
Yep.
15 seconds. 15 seconds into the fight, they were on the ground. 17 seconds, she had already had the. And the funny thing of what makes me think that it was set up is because the armbar wasn't all the way in yet. Ronda Rousey never had the armbar all the way in, and Gina Carano was already tapping before she even had the armbar completely in.
Yep. Crazy, isn't it?
I'm thinking, look, they were like Mike Tyson. They were like Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Mike Tyson's like, bro, let this kid win. I'm already making money no matter what. I'm making $34 million if I lose. No matter, and I think that's what happened with Gina Carano, and fucking damn Ronda Rousey. They were both making the money no matter what. No matter what, they were making the money. It didn't matter who won, who lose. They were still making the same amount of money.
Correct.
I should have never watched that pay-per-view on Netflix. It was highway robbery and times 1.5. It was just
the only fight that went into the second round. The only fight that went into the second round. The Nate Diaz fight. And then Nate Diaz corner stopped the fight between the second and into the third round. His corner stopped it.
Yeah, because he was bleeding. He was bleeding
the
like
first
a
three.
pig.
Bro, I think he hit him with an elbow. He hit him with a fist and then with an elbow, and that's what caused the bleeding on the side of his head. I think he got him with an elbow. You got to remember the dude that Nate Diaz.
Right.
Yeah, but the dude that Nate Diaz fought, he was a bare knuckle champion.
Oh yeah.
He's used to fighting without gloves.
So did you saw it too, Jeff? Sounds like you watched it too.
Actually, no, I did not watch it. But
good thing you didn't.
But just to note for this college football season, this spreadsheet is not going to be all the college football games. It's going to be the ones that Eric is going to assign me with. That's what.
Okay, then Eric, we got to get with him through the season. See, but that's the thing though. We won't know until that week what channels are being played on. That's the issue. You and him have to get together every week, then. Every week.
Yep.
Because you guys got to remember, there's games being played all week in the college.
That's right.
There's games being played all week.
Yep.
D-Man got the TV all set up for me. I'm like, D-Man, I'm going to have to go and try to find our pirate station on YouTube. And he goes, you know what? It's probably going to be a fast fight. He goes, let me set it up for you, and you'll just watch it with me on Netflix through Messenger. So he gets it all perfect. I've just finished thanking him. All we see is like a little punch, like a little tap, and all of a sudden, bam, they go to the ground. And the next thing you know, like you said, she's tapping out. I hadn't even finished thanking D-Man for setting this up for me so I could just watch it with him. And the damn thing was over with.
You know, when I saw the fight, I was like, this is robbery, man. I'm not getting my money's worth.
Oh, I know.
Talk about getting bamboozled.
No, you didn't even get your money's worth. Honestly, I'm glad I only paid $6.99 a month for freaking Netflix. Dude, the first three fights were ended in the first round. Nate Diaz it got stopped by the corner. And then Ronda Rousey was finished in 17 seconds. So if you paid more money than $6.99 for Netflix, you got robbed. You got robbed.
Yeah, that should have been 1 minute, $1. I mean, for that.
And the funny thing is that they didn't show the undercard. They just showed the main card. That's all they showed.
There were the 5
there was
fights. I saw all 5 fights, D-Man.
But there was an undercard. There was a total of 12 fights. With the undercard and the main card, there was a total of 12 fights. It was supposed to be a total of 12 fights. With the undercard and the main card. Only 5 on the main card, and there was like 7 on the undercard. But they never showed them on Netflix. They just showed the main card.
All right.
Should have made that fight go at least 2 rounds. I just can't believe they let that happen.
Least, bro.
Yeah.
But like I said, though, they were getting paid no matter what happened. That's why they went quick. And you got to remember, Gina Carano was the one that brought Ronda Rousey into MMA. And that was their first time. Ronda Rousey hasn't fought in 9.5 years in MMA. And Gina Carano hasn't fought in, 19 years? 19 years she hasn't fought?
It was like 14.
Yeah,
16,
but anyway.
16 or 14, something like that.
Who
yeah,
cares how
like
many
that.
years? The fact of the matter is they were both rusty.
No, they were both friends. They're both best friends. They're best friends. They were fighting each other.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey said, there was a question asked to Ronda Rousey. What happens if you win this fight on the ground? What would you do? Ronda Rousey told the freaking reporter, I will get up and I will help her up and I will shake her hand. And what the hell happened, Ted? She did exactly what the hell she said she was going to do.
Yep.
She helped Gina up and she shook her hand and gave her a fucking hug after the damn fight was over with.
What were you going to say, Wolf?
Did you see all that love making they did too when they were hugging and kissing and all that too after the fight?
I just think that you might as well just call that a charity event and call it a day, because I mean that's what
right.
that was.
Yep.
Well,
you want to know who promoted the fight?
Jake Paul.
The Jake Paul guy, yeah.
Jake Paul promotion, most valuable promotion. Fucking Jake Paul's promotion company. The whole main card was promoted by him.
Yeah, and you know what? I was saying to myself when I was watching the fights, and I saw how fast they're getting finished.
How much money did that dude make? How much money did Jake Paul make for promoting it?
I know, but the thing though, I think is that it was going to be a disaster regardless. Anything by Jake Paul is a disaster.
Yeah, I think even after that fight, they even exchanged underwear and sports bras backstage.
Come on, man.
It's been not publicly disclosed. It hasn't been public. Jake Paul's exact earnings for promoting the massive Netflix MMA event last weekend has not been publicly enclosed, but it is known it is the company's most valuable promotion, used an estimated multi-million-dollar purse to fund the card because the NBA is a private promotional. It's private too, so ain't no telling.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna have them numbers out. They ain't gonna put them numbers out there because it's private.
Yeah.
Right. Good point.
We'll never know how much he made.
So now, I guess we got no more to talk about for football stuff. So should we wrap this up, Wolf?
I mean, we haven't even really got anything going yet. We haven't even talked about schedules or nothing. We've just been talking.
No, we haven't technically.
Yeah. So you want to talk about the college schedule?
Yeah, we didn't just hit on all kind of stuff.
Yeah, we haven't even touched on football except for the European Football League today.
And then we touched on the WFA.
Okay, so week 0, they're calling it, kicks off on August 29th. North Carolina versus TCU in Dublin, Ireland. That is the college's first game of their season. August 29th, North Carolina versus TCU in Dublin, Ireland.
You know, I know this is going to sound crazy. Oh, breaking news, guys. I just got breaking news on ESPN. Chiefs receiver Rashid Rice violates probation, ordered immediately to sentence to serve 30 days in jail after testing positive for marijuana in violation of the terms of his probation. I just saw this. I just logged into ESPN and I saw this on the breaking news.
I don't know. That don't really sound that big of a punishment. I don't know.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. Look what they did to what's his name for doing it. He said he wouldn't fucking sit there and stop smoking weed.
Yeah, I'm looking at the schedule for week 1 and of the NFL season, so.
Oh, we're going NFL season.
Yeah, I'm looking at the NFL season for week 1 of the regular season.
Week 1.
But I know we're gonna make our. But I'm looking at the. I'm not gonna because I know we're not gonna make. We're not picking because it's the football talk show because we're saving that for our pick'em show when we start next season. So.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys hot up there, Wolfie? What about you? You hot up today?
It's miserable.
It's hot, right?
Yeah, it's hot.
Okay, yeah, because it was hot too.
We're sitting in the 50s and 60s up here, Ted. Me and Jeff are.
Wow. So the cold front must have dipped down, and then I don't know. I have to look at the weather thing.
Hey, what's up, Tex?
There's some
Hey,
bad boy.
what's up, next guy?
Is it hot in Texas? It
Why
has
did
to
I
be.
not see that comment in my chat?
So here's the NFL schedule for Week 1, guys. Even though we're
What's up,
not going to
Tex,
pick anything. So on Wednesday, September 9th, it's a rematch of the Super Bowl, New England at Seattle. Then Thursday, September 10th, on Netflix, it's going to be San Francisco versus the Los Angeles Rams in Australia. Then all the other games on a Sunday, the 13th. Here are the 12 o'clock games: Tampa Bay at Cincinnati, New Orleans at Detroit, New Jets at Tennessee, Baltimore at Indy, Atlanta at Pittsburgh, Chicago at Carolina, Cleveland at Jacksonville, and Buffalo at Houston. Then for the afternoon,
What day is that? Hold on. Is Chicago where?
Chicago at Carolina.
I'm seeing Chicago at Detroit.
No, it's I'm looking at Week 1, bro.
September 13th.
Remember, you got preseason maybe mixed in there.
Chicago at Carolina is Week 1 of the regular season.
Why is that showing Chicago and Detroit September 13th?
It's not preseason? Oh, you're right. Preseason, they rarely play each other. They always play other people. It must be a typo.
Okay,
Somebody made a typo.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds
that's
like
a
a
typo.
typo, D-man.
That's a typo, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the
No, I get what you're saying. Hold on, Week 1.
yeah, because it says according to
Okay,
ESPN.
yeah, that was a typo, man. That was a typo. It was.
Yep. So the 325 games: Miami at Vegas, NFC North rivalry, Green Bay at Minnesota, Washington at Philly, Arizona at the Chargers, and then the Sunday night game is Dallas and New York Giants, and then the Monday night game is Denver at Kansas City. That's Week 1, but we're not picking anything because it's not the season yet. So
No, we got June, July, August. We got 3 more freaking months.
okay.
Yeah.
So wow. So oh wow. So speaking of Dublin, there's another game that's going to be played overseas too, D-Man. You talked about North Carolina and TCU. Well, NC State versus Virginia in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Yep.
So
Damn, you're always doing yard work, Bean. I don't think you're always doing yard work. I think you're doing something else. You're looking at the damn old lady next door.
Yeah.
There's no way you could. No way you could consistently be doing yard work all day, every day, dude. No damn way.
Yeah. Beanie's the nosy neighbor that comes out. It comes out just to look at the neighbor to see what's going on.
See what they're wearing doing their yard work.
So here is the so I can limit this down. I don't know if I can limit this down by stuff here, but they have a huge schedule. They got I have the
Whoa. Hold on, go ahead, Brett. Go ahead.
I have the Week 1 schedule for college football that starts on Thursday, September 3rd. I'm going to only mention some games of interest, though. So, even though a lot of these are going to be non-conference, I'm looking here. Okay, on Thursday, September 3rd, 2026, Colorado at Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech should throttle them.
Friday, September 4th at 8 o'clock, Miami at Stanford.
Stanford might surprise Miami more than you think. You know, it's at Stanford.
I need y'all to answer a question for me after Brett's
Miami
done.
should beat them by 14 points or better, but Stanford could be tough at home.
I'm just looking at if there's any games on Saturday that are any good.
I don't know what kind of
Okay.
Can somebody tell me why in the heck does the preseason have 4 weeks in it when it should only have 3?
I don't get it either.
Okay, so like Britt said, Thursday, September the 3rd, you have Colorado versus Georgia Tech. That's going to be a good game. Friday, the September 4th, Miami
you've got
versus
Miami and
Stanford.
I'm looking at and then I'm going down here before I was interrupted. There are 3 games of interest on Saturday.
Saturday, September 5th, yeah.
Yep. East Carolina at Alabama. Baylor versus Auburn. That's a neutral site game. And then Clemson at LSU. And then on Sunday, September 6th, at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, you have Wisconsin versus Notre Dame. And then at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, you've got Louisville versus Ole Miss.
That's going to be a good game.
Maybe.
And then the match, and then Monday, September 7th, SMU at Florida State.
That's going to be good too.
Now, even though they're subject to change, they already have the early lines out for the Auburn game, the LSU game, Notre Dame.
Don't even talk about it. Don't even talk about it. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it.
I know, like I said, I know it's subject to change, but I said they already have the early lines out, though. That's what
I'm predicting FSU coach Norvell, he gets fired this year for sure.
Talking about it.
He will be fired by the end of the year.
Yeah. Well,
That FSU coach, if he don't win at least 8 games, he's out of there.
Oh, Mike Norvell. Norvell is a horrible coach. He shouldn't even been at Florida State.
I don't even know how they got rid of him this last year. And he inherited that good team. Remember they got left out of the playoff? They got left out. He inherited that team. He didn't do shit to build that team. Yeah, he's a terrible coach.
Okay.
But I know, as a Miami fan, I'm glad he's there.
All right, now last week we kind of brushed on the recruiting aspect. I want to give you the top 10 recruiting classes for 2027 so far, because there are some teams on here that are very interesting, because the number one team in the recruiting class for 2027 so far is Texas A&M.
Yep, because they grabbed Mark Matthews. That put him right to the top.
Number 2 is Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Notre Dame.
Yeah, that team's getting to be pretty damn good.
And number 4 is the Florida Gators.
Yeah, they're reloading up there.
Usually, Florida can be really good recruiting if you give them the opportunity to.
And then at 5 you have UCLA, which UCLA hasn't had a top 5 recruiting class in I don't know how long.
Yeah, that's overdue.
UCLA is in the Big Ten. That could make them a potent threat this year in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Hey, you could be right though.
I mean, but what's the we hardly ever, besides Jeff, our Hawkeyes have barely ever get 5-star recruits. What do we get? Mostly 3 and 4-star mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not complaining. Sometimes we just want to get good old Iowa boys too, so we're happy.
True. I mean, it's hard to find 5-star recruits.
As long as we're not playing Tennessee, that's a plus.
He's not wrong, Wolf. He's not wrong.
Yeah, we'd get throttled easily.
All right, and then at number 6 we have the USC Trojans.
Yeah, I saw that.
Number 7 is Penn State, the Nittany Lions.
Coach Matt Campbell.
That surprises me right there. Yep.
And then at number 8 is Ted's Miami Hurricanes.
It's all about you.
If they would have had Mark Matthews, they would have been up in around 5.
It's all about
and
you,
then
Ted.
Ohio State Buckeyes is at 9.
I'm not
And then get this, guys. Get this.
Yep.
At number 10 is the Kentucky Wildcats.
Yeah, that's right. I was going to say, I saw it was Kentucky. Yep.
Shocking.
Yeah. Kentucky
Who was
has
that
got
number one?
transfers.
Who was
I'm
that
telling you
number
right
one?
now, Kentucky is going to win at least, I would say, 8 games this year. I think they will. Even in the SEC, Kentucky has got an amazing class. And remember all the transfers, Wolfie? Remember all the transfers we saw? Yeah, they're going to win 7-8 games. 7-8 games for sure.
This is the part that surprises me, though. Georgia, the one that's been near the top for the last however many years, is 31st right now.
And look at Alabama, way down there too.
You're kidding me.
Alabama is 39th.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, these other teams have emerged. And look at Clemson. Clemson's not even in the top 10 either.
Don't let that fool you. It's all preseason.
And then LSU so far is 41st.
But yeah, what defense says, don't let it fool you, though.
But remember,
but no, it ain't preseason.
There is no preseason.
This is the 2027 recruiting class. This is
not 2026. This is 2027, D-man.
It will change because of the portal. People will get a lot of other players from the portal.
It will change during the year. This year, it's going to change during the year. I bet you go back in the middle of the year this year, it's not, that list ain't going to be nothing compared to what it is right now.
I believe it.
Texas Tech and Texas has deep. And Texas A&M all have deep pockets for the deal, and then Miami also. But yeah, somebody's.
I guarantee you, Texas is going to go to New Orleans and Oklahoma to recruit their classes. They always do. They never go anywhere outside of those 2 states. Oklahoma goes to Texas, Louisiana goes to Texas, and they go through those 3 states for their recruiting class. They never go outside their state, those 3 states. Never.
Which colleges have the big deal budgets for football?
The colleges with the largest football budgets, known as big deal budgets, are primarily found in the Big Ten and SEC conferences as of May 2026. These budgets are characterized by high spending on things like NIL, recruiting, and operations.
Yeah, it says here, Texas, Ohio State, Georgia, Louisiana State, LSU, and this is Michigan, Alabama, Oregon, Texas A&M, University of Miami, and Notre Dame are the top ones. But where's Texas Tech, though? Texas Tech should be in here.
Texas Tech ain't
it's not a big school. That's because it's not a big school.
Yeah, but they've been spending money, though.
Now, Texas Longhorns, they spend money.
Yeah, I saw somewhere at Texas Tech.
Anyway. But yeah. So let me ask you, even though we're not into the college football season yet, who do you guys think might be the dark horse this year?
I got to go with Miami.
Yeah, I think Miami too, baby. Maybe Miami, because I think Miami or Ohio State. But I don't know if the Ohio State would be a dark horse, though. That's the problem. They wouldn't really be a dark horse.
As far as dark horses goes, that's the one that you least expect to make it.
Yeah, that's why we got to pick a true dark horse.
The one that I expect to make it is LSU.
I know.
The dark horse this year, I think, is Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, yeah, that's definitely got to be the team to watch this year. I mean,
because you got Chambliss is coming back for an extra year of eligibility.
Yeah,
and then all the top talent they've got on there. Oh my gosh, that team is going to be a force to be reckoned with come the end of the year.
Yeah. Then.
Yeah. You got a good point there, but I think they're kind of expected to make it, though. Like you said, dark horse, somebody that's not ranked like almost. Like somebody. We got to pick somebody ranked outside the top. Outside the top 10, though.
You know who my dark horse is? I think my dark horse is going to come out of the Big 12. I am going to say BYU.
No, I disagree. They lost way too much talent.
Oh, maybe not BYU. I said, well, I may have said BYU, but I said I think the dark horse is going to come out of the Big 12.
If you're looking outside of the top 10 to make it
Yeah, that's what
somewhere,
I'm saying. Outside the top 10 would be the dark horse. That would be a true dark horse, though.
on the outside looking in, I would be aiming towards probably the only problem with guessing something like this at the beginning of the year is that there's a lot of unknown variables.
That's true. That's why it's just speculation. That's why it's all based on speculation.
Because we don't know who starting quarterbacks are for the teams. Not all of them just yet. But I do have some news out of Knoxville. Faison Brandon is the primary front runner for the starting job at quarterback for the Tennessee Volunteers.
Oh, that's good.
So see, that might be the dark horse right there. It might be actually Tennessee. I'm thinking Tennessee too. I was thinking that. I'm thinking Tennessee as well.
So who is it, Ted? Who is your dark horse?
I think I'm going with Tennessee. Now that he says that about Faison Love, I'm going to pick Tennessee.
You know, one team besides the Iowa teams I'm watching with interest this year is TCU.
Yeah, it's not a bad dark horse. I think it's Tennessee, though.
Yeah, TCU could have a sneaky season because there's a lot of unknowns about the quarterback because Hoover transferred from TCU to go to Indiana. So they're starting completely brand new on quarterback.
Yeah. So I'm just saying though, but then of course you got to look. But then of course, with North Texas and Tulane last year, you got to look at North Texas being a dark horse again this year too.
Well, North Texas lost their whole entire football team to Oklahoma State.
Oh yeah. So after a crap, so you know what? Wolfie, I'm going to make a speculative guess. I'm going to say my dark horse is going to come out of the Big 12. It's not going to be BYU. I think it's going to be either TCU or Oklahoma State.
These included cornerbacks, a wide receiver, and defensive linemen.
Yeah, I think it's Tennessee. They only lost five good players. That's all they lost off the Tennessee roster. They lost the Hood guy. That's it. They lost him. They lost a wide receiver. They did lose 2 quarterbacks. That's big. They're going to have to reload a quarterback. But other than that, everything else they could fix. So they had lost 2 quarterbacks. That took a little hard hit on Tennessee. But other than that, I think Tennessee is my dark horse. If Faison Love starts, I think that's who can just shake it up.
But like I said, though, Wolfie, my guess for my dark horse is coming out of the Big 12. I'm going to say either TCU or Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State? No, they're not going to reload that quick.
But
now Oklahoma State, I think, fits in this category. Who do y'all think will be the biggest turnaround team of the
That's Oklahoma State.
Year?
That will probably be Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Oh, what about the other place where the guy got busted? Maybe who was it? What was that team that? Penn State was it? When Penn State that had that horrible record?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to pick Penn State. I think Penn State's going to have the biggest turnaround.
Plus, they have a really good coach over there that left to betray us, damn traitor.
Yeah, it will be Penn State or Oklahoma State will probably be the biggest turnaround. But it could also be Kentucky. It could be Kentucky, too.
I have a sneaky feeling it might be Kentucky.
That's what I'm thinking. Those are my top 3. Yeah, you're right. Maybe Kentucky. It might be Kentucky. Where were they last year? Where were they ranked last year? When did they win?
I don't even think they had.
They didn't make a bowl game. I know that.
They might have had 4 wins at most, maybe. I don't know.
You know who I'm thinking? One team I think is going to fall off their horse this year, though. I think it's going to be Iowa State because after the last couple 10-win seasons that they had, and now that they have Jimmy Rogers guy coming over from was it Oregon or Washington State, and then only to find out that half the talent's coming from over there, and that Oregon State or Washington State didn't do too good. I can see Iowa State falling off the horse this year, to be honest with you guys. I mean, I honestly think this year, Jeff, I know Jeff muted, but Jeff, if you're listening, I think the Cy-Hawk Trophy goes back to Iowa City this year.
Boy, Kentucky's got some tough teams to play, though.
Oh, you're darn right, Brett. That
Yeah,
Cy-Hawk Trophy
we'll
is
see.
coming back to Iowa City. Period.
I think that the team's going to fall off their horse this year is going to be Iowa State.
Oh,
because-
absolutely. They're going to really fall out. They're really going to fall off the
Because I mean,
cliff.
because they have a new offense.
Yep.
Through Jimmy Rogers, and
Yep.
then half the talent came from Oregon or Washington State over there. So we don't know what type of offense this offense is going to be for Iowa State, though.
Right.
So
Yep.
a lot of unknowns. But then of course, too, I think it's going to be coming back to Iowa City too, because we got another decent quarterback this year. We picked up, I think.
I think so too.
Yeah, biggest turnaround. I'm going Penn State, guys. The biggest turnaround. I'm going to go with Penn State. I'm going to say Penn State number 1, Oklahoma State number 2, Kentucky number 3 for biggest turnaround.
No, I don't think it will be the biggest turnaround, but I think there's a team that has potential for a big turnaround. Is the UCLA Bruins?
Oh yeah,
Right.
They could do it. You're right.
I mean, they only had like 2 wins last year, and because for whatever reason the team didn't want to mesh with Nico Ilimiliava. But the thing is that Nico he did commit and come back for another year, so I'm going to give him kudos for that. He didn't give up on them like I expected him to. So
Yeah.
You might be right. It might be UCLA. That's a great pick because
That
biggest
is a great
turnaround.
pick.
That's a great pick for turnaround. I got to say, I'd have to slog them in at number 4.
Yeah. But like I said, Jeff agrees with me too, that the team that's going to fall off their horse this year is going to be Iowa State, because the fact of the matter is they got a new offense that's unproven. They have different players that all transferred over with the coach. So we don't know what's really going to come to Ames this year. So, and that's why me and Jeff are going to go on the prediction weather, and we're going to say that the Cy-Hawk Trophy is coming back to Iowa City. So.
And I think one of the fallout teams this year could potentially be Alabama.
Everybody.
You think they're gonna fall off their horse this year, Wolf?
I think this might be the year that you might see 3 or 4 loss.
Me too, because all the SEC teams have gotten so much stronger, and Alabama's basically fallen by the wayside because DeBoer is a sucky ass recruiter. So you got
Wilma.
You could look at it. You got LSU stronger than hell. You got Tennessee strong. You got Kentucky getting strong. You got Texas A&M strong. I mean, the whole SEC has just gotten so strong. Even Texas. You're right. I think Alabama is not even going to make the playoffs at all. No chance. I see no chance.
All right, that's got to make the short. That's got to make the short, Wolf. Ted's bold prediction about Alabama.
They will not even make the playoffs. Watch.
No, Alabama will too make the playoff.
No, they
Yes,
won't.
they will.
You'll see. Nope.
Yes, they will.
No
You
way.
want to put your hair on it? You want to put shave your whole entire damn body then. Shave your whole entire body.
Somebody better get over here.
My whole entire body. My
You better
hair on
get-
my whole entire body. That they
You
make
better-
the playoff.
We got to hire somebody to help me shave all this damn hair then.
No, you're doing it yourself, buddy. You're doing it yourself. No,
That's
right.
no,
It's going to
sir.
take me hours to
Do
shave
it
all my
yourself.
hair.
That's right.
It's going to take me a long time to shave all this hair. To do the armpits, the legs, the arms, all that stuff, it's going to take
We'll have
hours.
plenty of time for that.
It's going to take 2 hours to shave all this hair
That's
off.
the reason why Jeff and I never make.
Then it takes.
Ain't that right, bro?
Then it takes 2 hours. Then it takes
Yeah.
2 hours.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a long time to shave all this hair off.
At least you look better. You
Okay,
look better without it.
I'll feel
What he's trying to
fantastic.
say is, he looks like a gorilla with all the hair on him.
Oh,
Yeah,
What do you think?
the little bit of back hair and stuff back there. Yeah, it's gonna take a while.
Hey, D-Man, you said it looks like a gorilla? Yeah, no wonder why I heard the trees crying the other day.
Yeah.
They were saying, get this fat gorilla off me.
Yeah.
what?
Ed knows I'm only messing with him. Hey, but hey,
Okay.
No,
I do
I
think that
just-
they honestly will. I think they'll just make it into the playoffs. Just make it.
What do you think, Jeff?
Those
Ted,
SEC teams have all got so strong.
Ted thinks Alabama's going to fall off their horse this year. What do you think, Jeff?
Well, they might. Any team under Kalen, if
Yeah.
Kalen DeBoer's gets them cranking again, then who knows? But
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 Jeff,
yeah.
we didn't ask you, though. Who? I know you temporarily agree with me, but honestly, in your own opinion, which team that was good last year you think is going to fall off their horse this year? Honestly, who do you think?
I would say just watch and find out.
Drop now.
I think Ohio State. I think it's going to be Ohio State.
What now, D-Man? Give us your reasoning. Why do you think Ohio State's going to fall off their horse this year?
Look how many people went to the NFL draft this year from Ohio State.
That,
A lot.
that
You're
is
right.
a good point. That is a
It
good
is.
point.
You're right.
Look
And
how many people
I
went-
see Indiana.
Look how many people
Indiana.
went into the draft. And look, dude, that's one of the teams I used to watch in the 90s. Ohio State, the two teams I used to watch in the 90s, Ohio State and Nebraska, were the two teams of the 90s. In the early 2000s, bro. I loved watching those teams when I was in high school.
Yeah.
It's kind of hot there, I bet.
I see Indiana
I
falling.
I'll
believe-
go to the bathroom real quick, guys. I'll be
I
right back.
believe Ohio State's going to be one of the ones. Now, Georgia's another one that had a lot of people move and go into the draft. Georgia's another one that I think would probably be one that will fall off 1 year, come back the next year. Georgia and Ohio State are my two teams that I think are going to fall off this year and come back next year. With the recruiting class for next year, they'll fall off this year and come back next year. Georgia and Ohio State.
Yeah, but to fall off completely and not make the playoff, I don't see that with Georgia.
See, I see Indiana not making the playoff either. Because I think
If
Ohio
it's
State's
that
going to
way-
beat Indiana.
If it's that way, because they're getting transfers during the year, is why they will not fall off, because of the transfers during the season or during the year, during the school year.
Now, Ted, with Indiana, you got to look at, you have Hoover from TCU transferring in to be quarterback one, and you have Fernando Mendoza's brother there that's still.
Oh, he transferred. You remember that? He transferred. Remember that?
No, he's still there. I thought.
No, he left. I forgot where he went. What's his first name? That Mendoza brother.
I'll tell you right now. Hold
Yeah,
on.
he transferred out of there. I don't know why, but he did. I forgot where he went. He went to a smaller college too.
Let's see.
Yeah, he left. See, he was bad. I think when they got that transfer.
Yeah. That's right. He went to Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
He went to Georgia Tech.
I thought he went to a smaller school, but yeah, he went there to take Pavier's place.
Yeah, he's at Georgia Tech now. Alberto.
That's it,
Alberto
Alberto. Yeah.
Mendoza.
Alberto Mendoza. Yeah.
His
But yeah,
brother
I
went-
see
his brother
Indiana
transferred to Texas.
possibly missing the
Georgia Tech.
playoffs. Yeah, if Ohio State stays strong, like I think they will, because they got Julian Sand and you got Jeremiah Smith, and they were so deep on that roster. I think Indiana's going to miss the playoff this year. That's just what I see. But
I mean, it's possible.
Ohio State is so deep, and that coach is so good. That
Top
Day
10
coach is
teams
good.
The playoffs for the 2026.
Yeah, that Ryan Day guy, I got to give him props, man. He's a good coach, and the players love him. And so he got instant recruiting.
Based on
Okay,
post-spring rankings and early national projections, here are the top 10 teams expected to dominate the 2026 NCAA college football season. They got Oregon Ducks #1. They got they got Ohio State up there still. Okay, so there goes my prediction on that one. They got Notre Dame. Georgia at #4. Texas Longhorns at number 5, Indiana Hoosiers at number 6, Miami Hurricanes at number 7, Alabama Crimson Tide at number 8, LSU Tigers at number 9, and the USC Trojans at number 10. That's preseason prediction to make the playoffs.
Okay, now I want you to look at Notre Dame. Okay, D-Man, look at Notre Dame's schedule. If they beat Miami, they're going to go undefeated. That's what I predict. Notre Dame is probably going to be the number 1 seeded team. Look at how soft that schedule is. Look how it's a pansy schedule. And technically, that's my dark horse because they're going to go from missing the playoffs to being the number 1 seed, I think.
I think they're gonna have a tough game against Wisconsin. That's gonna be a close ass game.
No way. Wisconsin.
Wisconsin?
They're horrible.
I'm watching Wisconsin like I do.
Only Miami. Miami's the only team on there that could even beat them.
Hang on.
Look how soft that schedule is, Wolfie. It's pathetic.
About Wisconsin because even last year when they get good in October, guys, can I say something? Even though, because about Wisconsin, Ted's right about them being terrible. I mean, even in October when they start getting good, even Iowa beat them for the Heartland Trophy last year. Jeff, you remember that? I know you're muted, bro. But
you kidding me? You telling me Notre Dame's going to beat the SMU? Are you nuts?
Yeah, they're going to whoop them.
Wow. That's another bet I had to bet with you then.
Yeah. They're going to whoop them.
I'll bet an ear this time. I'll bet you to cut off an ear this time with that one.
Yeah.
That's how confident I'm with SMU.
I see Notre Dame running the tables. If they can beat Miami, they'll be undefeated.
No way.
I think Miami's the only team that can beat them.
I think they might lose to BYU because it's at BYU. It's at Utah.
Yeah, that's a chance. Yeah, that's a chance. That's a chance. Yeah, you're right.
You got freaking them Michigan State. You think they're going to beat Michigan State? You think they're going to beat BYU?
D-Man, Michigan State sucks. Why would you even say Michigan State?
Yeah, the Spartans are horrible.
I don't. I know they are, but I'm just seeing what Ted's reaction was going to be to Michigan State.
But you know what?
No, but seriously, the BYU, SMU, you think they're going to kill SMU? You're nuts. You're
is
crazy,
it at SMU or is it at SMU? Where is it? Is it at SMU or is it at? Is it at Notre Dame?
Well, yeah, Notre Dame is going to have their crowd, so yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
that's what I'm saying. It's hard to win at South Bend, man. That is a difficult place to win at. South Bend is a difficult place.
You know what? You know what game I would be careful of though? Purdue Boilermakers, because Ross H. Stadium, that's the place known for upsets.
Well, Wolfie said basically that BYU game at BYU, that's the trap game right there. That's the game that could knock them off. But yeah, I think they might beat Miami. So they might just lose that BYU game and go from undefeated to 1 loss. But the ACC is furious that Notre Dame was granted all these permissions to make the playoffs. So if they're ranked in the top 12, they automatically get a berth. And it's bullshit. You know, they're not even a full ACC member. And the ACC is furious with this. Notre Dame, little crybabies. Yeah, they're a bunch of crybabies.
Way too early top 25. Let's look at way too early top 25. Way too early top 25. They got Ohio State Buckeyes number 1. They were 12-2 last year, 9-0 in the Big 12. Previous ranking number 6.
How's that possible? They lost to Indiana. Oh, that was in a championship game. Wait, didn't they lose them in regular season? Didn't they lose?
This is a way too early top 25, Ted. Way too early top 25.
Oh, okay.
Continue, D-Man.
This is, huh?
Continue.
Yeah.
So the Oregon Ducks is number 2. They were 13-2 last year, 8-1 in the Big Ten last year. Previous ranking was number 5. Then you go down to number 3, which is the Georgia Bulldogs. They were 12-2, 8-1 in the SEC. Previous ranking number 4. Notre Dame Fighting Irish was 10-2. It doesn't say their conference. It doesn't say their conference record.
D-man, they're independent. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay. Ranking was number 3. Texas Longhorns, they were 10-3, 6-2 in the SEC. Previous ranking number 2. This ranking that they have this year, it was just like last year. Remember, Longhorns started out at number 1, and then look how far they dropped during the season. As the season went on, look how far they dropped during the season. This is the same thing like last year for them.
Yeah.
And they were ranked previously number 2. Okay, then you got Indiana at number 6. 16-0, 9-0 in the Big Ten. Previous ranking number 1. Look how far they dropped in the way early poll.
Yeah.
They dropped to number 6.
I would have them lower than that. I have them like number 12.
And number 7 is Miami Hurricane. 13-3, 6-2 in the ACC. Previously ranked number 8. Then you got the Texas Tech Red Raiders, ranked 12-2, 8-1 in the Big 12. Previous ranking number 7.
They lost a lot. They lost a lot. Yep, to the playoffs.
Yeah,
I mean, to the draft. Remember, they lost a bunch of players.
Yeah.
Yeah, to the draft. Ole Miss did too. Ole Miss Rebels 13-2, 7-1 in the SEC. Previously ranked number 9, so they stayed the same. They stayed the same as last year. Texas A&M Aggies. Look at how many Texas teams. Look how many Texas teams are previously ranked way before the season starts. I counted 3 Texas teams in the top 10. Texas Aggies are 11-2 last year, 7-1 in the SEC, ranked number 10. They stayed the same. Number 11, LSU Tigers, 7-6, 3-5 in the SEC. Previously ranked number 15. They moved up 4 spots from last year.
Yeah.
So
I got them going higher than that.
BYU 12-2, 8-1 in the Big 12. Previously ranked 11. They dropped 1 spot from last year. 13, Oklahoma Sooners. Oklahoma Sooners 10-3, 6-2 in the SEC. They dropped 1 spot previously from 12. Then you got 14, Michigan Wolverines, 9-4, 7-2. Well, you're right about Michigan, though. I said Michigan State, though. I meant to say Michigan, but they did garbage like that. They were 9-4, 7-2 in the Big Ten. They moved up 4 spots from previous ranking from 18 to 14. 15, Penn State Nittany Lions, 7-6, 3-6 in the Big Ten. They did garbage last year.
Yeah, you're going to see them. Like I said, that's the team I got doing a massive turnaround.
Yeah.
But they moved up 7 spots. They moved up 7 spots from 22 to 15 this year.
Yeah.
So by what they're saying here, you are kind of right about that, though, Ted. You are kind of right about how they're ranking them here.
Yeah.
And then you got number 16, Alabama Crimson Tide, 11-4, 7-1 in the SEC, up from 21 last year to 16 this year. Then you got the 17 Washington Huskies, 9-4, 5-4 in the Big Ten, up 2 spots from 19 last year to 17 this year. Then you got 18 Utah, 11-2, 7-2 in the Big 12. 25 last year, up to 18 this year. I think they're going to be a good team to watch out for too. Now they're Utah.
Yep.
I got Iowa Hawkeyes. What were you guys going to say?
I said I agree.
Iowa Hawkeyes were previously ranked 16. They dropped 3 spots. They were 9-4, 6-3 in the Big Ten. Then you got number 20 USC Trojans, 9-4, 7-2 in the Big Ten. Dropped 7 spots from 13 last year to 20 this year. Then you got the Louisville Cardinals, 9-4, 4-4 in the ACC. Dropped 7 spots from 14 last year to 21 this year. SMU Mustangs, 9-4, 6-2 ACC, 6-2 in the ACC. Dropped 5 spots from 17 last year to 22 this year. 23 TCU Horned Frogs. There's another 2 teams right there from Texas. in the top 25. 9-4 for TCU, 5-4 in the Big 12. Previously ranked number 20, dropped 3 spots. Then you got 24 Houston Cougars. There's another Texas team in the
Yeah,
top 25.
Houston. There's Houston.
10-3, 6-3 in the Big 12. Not rated last year, but they're rating them this year at 24.
Yeah, you know who's going to get better again too? The Baylor Bears. Look for that team to start hit that 20.
Tennessee Volunteers were 8-5, 4-4 in the SEC, and dropped 1 spot from 24 to 25. That's your top, way too early top 25.
Yeah, look for Baylor, man, to make that top
Out of
25.
that, I would have to say, still my dark horse would be. It's going to be a Texas team, of course. It's got to be a Texas team. I got to go, dude. The Mustang, they lost a couple players too, man. But I didn't get to see who they picked up after that, though. Can't pick them.
Yeah, SMU might be one of the ones to watch this year. I agree with D-Man.
I mean, yeah, they did lose some players, but I don't know who they picked up. Key players lost for SMU. Logan Parr, guard. Jordan Hudson, receiver. Romeo Brunson, receiver. Running back TJ Harden. Running back Chris Johnson Jr. Defensive line Jeffrey Mova. Isaiah, no, I can't even say that name. Safety Ahmed Moses. And defensive end Isaiah Smith. And defensive end Cameron Robinson. Those are the key players they lost. Key additions to them. Defensive end Marcus White, UMass. Safety Jimmy Warwick from University of Texas San Antonio. Wide receiver Jalen Hale from Alabama. Running back Kendrick Rappel from Cali. Tight end Randy Pittman from Florida State. Defensive end Ira Singleton from USF. And Yannick Smith from East Carolina. Those are the key additions for SMU. What other teams do you guys want to hear about for key losses and key?
Hey, Nora.
Nora Ruski.
Nora Ruski.
So what team do you guys want to see?
Yeah, look at Kentucky. That's the team.
Kentucky's not on this list.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Kentucky's not on this list, though.
I'm gonna say though, I agree with Ted on one thing. I think when it comes to the Big 12 this year, you got to watch out for the Baylor Bears this year. I think they're going to be good.
Well, the addition of DJ Lagway onto that Baylor offensive line, I could see them having some massive improvements there.
Do I think Big 12 championship? No.
No.
Do I see them getting a decent bowl game? Yes. What do you think, Wolf? Do you agree with me?
All right. Yeah, I see a bowl game for sure.
Yeah, I do like the Baylor Bears. I think it's another little dark horse. Just to make a massive turnaround.
Okay, so now this was a big talk at the end of the last year. I'm going to go ahead and bring it up now because I'm sure it's going to bring up some sparks here for everybody. And that will be the lower level schools making it to the college football playoff. Who in the lower level schools do you think has the potential to punch their ticket?
North Dakota State.
I think James Madison again, dude.
Yeah, me too. I go James Madison too.
I think James Madison again, bro.
I don't think Tulane, but I think James Madison. Yeah, me too. James Madison.
I'm going to say James Madison. And even though it's going to be their first year of FBS, watch out for North Dakota State. They could be really good this year, even though it's their first year of FBS. I'm going to say for the small schools, I'm going to say James Madison and North Dakota State.
Yeah, North Dakota State. Yeah, they're damn good. You're right. South Dakota State's pretty good too, though.
Well, South Dakota State didn't make it to the FBS yet.
Oh, they didn't make it there. Okay.
The only one to move up so far is North Dakota State and Sacramento State.
Sacramento State's Got some good players.
Yeah, I would watch that Mountain West Conference this year, though, because if North Dakota State is Mountain West this year, correct?
Correct. Yes. Mhm.
Schools that
I
moved
would
into
watch
the
Mountain
FBS.
West Conference this year because you gotta look at the two. You have to gotta look at the two big ones coming out of there: Boise State and North Dakota State. Whoever
So
wins, if they face off, whoever wins that Boise State North Dakota State game, if they face off against each other, will have control of the Mountain West and could be a threat. This year.
That's the thing, though. Boise State's now in the Pac-12.
Oh, that's right.
Okay,
I thought
so-
they were in the Mountain West.
Okay, so the only schools that moved up to the FBS this year, 2026, are North Dakota State and Sacramento State. Are the only two schools that came this year. Last year it was Delaware and Missouri State. 2024 was Kennesaw State. 2023 was Jacksonville State and Sam Houston State. And 2023 was James Madison. Going back all the way to 2022, those were the schools that moved into the FBS that weren't in there before.
And that
There's our
Kennesaw
buddy
State did real well last year.
Yeah, there's our buddy Reed Dion. What's up, Reed?
Hey, Reed.
Reed. Yeah, Kennesaw
most
State.
recent group
Remember
of
they kicked ass
people
last
from
year,
the
man.
FBS to the FBS is Delaware and Missouri State in 2025 and North Dakota State and Sacramento State in 2026. Those are
Okay,
the most recent.
I have a hot topic question. This year, Colorado, is this a make or break year for the Colorado Buffaloes? And do you guys agree that Deion Sanders is on the hot seat this year?
Oh, big time.
dude, he's
big
getting-
time.
Big time. We had this conversation before. Yeah,
Yeah,
if Deion Sanders doesn't do nothing, they're firing that dude. At the I would go far as to say even fire him during the middle of the season.
Oh, Reed said a good question. Reed says, panel, do you think Oregon may have a better season this year? I'll start off. I'm going to say yes, Reed. I even think Oregon is going to be in the talk for the Big Ten title this year.
They got their quarterback came back. They got that quarterback, Dante.
Yep, I'm going to make a prediction, Reed, and I'm going to say Oregon makes the Big Ten championship game this year.
And I was going to mention that earlier, but nobody was talking about it. So I said, just let me keep my mouth shut for a minute.
Oregon has that Dante back, and also they have Raiola coming from Nebraska too.
Yep.
About him.
Dylan Raiola's little brother.
I see it Ohio State versus Oregon for the Big Ten championship.
Or can be a dark horse this year.
Yep.
Just saying.
All right, Wolfie, I hope your audio dropped off. Is your audio still good, Wolf? Because Jeff dropped off.
Nope.
He's back.
That's right, Sir Brett.
What happened, Jeff?
T3 indeed. What's up, T3?
Yeah.
Man, it's been a while since I saw T3.
What's up,
that's
T3?
nice.
So
You
Jeff,
got friends in high places, guys. That's good.
So Jeff, I got a question for you too. Me and Wolf answered this, but we want your opinion. Reed
What?
Dion wants to know: do you think Oregon's going to have a better season this year?
Well, if they do, that Donald Duck lookalike in Eugene's going to be quacking all over the Northwest.
Hey Jeff, did somebody step on a duck?
Yes.
No.
What did it sound like?
Quack.
No, I thought it was Aflac.
If it was Affleck, I would have seen the duck already.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, but I'm going to say, Jeff, I'm going to go one step further. I predicted, I think Oregon's going to go to the Big Ten championship game this year.
We'll see. We'll see.
I mean, but let me ask you this question, Jeff. Do you
Go
think
for it.
how do you see the Iowa Hawkeyes faring next season? This season.
Well, that's a good question. I just printed off their 26-27 football roster already. They got a good number of quarterbacks in their camp this year. Let's see. The one who's in the highest class right now is number 9 Hank Brown. He's a junior out of Nashville, Tennessee. He's the Auburn transfer.
Okay.
Yep. And then we got this number 16 kid from Northfield, Illinois, Loyal Academy, named Ryan Fitzgerald. And if that last name rings a bell, he's Pat Fitzgerald's kid.
Interesting.
Okay, so T3 and D has a question for us. Matt Rule, make or break in year 4 in Nebraska?
I don't think it's a make or break year for Matt Rule. I think next year will be the
I
make
only
or
think
break.
year 5. Yeah, I think year 5 is going to be make or break for him. Yeah, I agree.
But T3 says Nebraska needs 9 or 10 wins. I honestly don't see Nebraska getting 9 or 10 wins.
Nebraska may get 7 wins this year, maybe, if they're doing good. Next year will be the turning point. Then Nebraska will need to at least get 9 wins the next year.
Okay, so I have the Nebraska Cornhuskers football schedule pulled up, guys. So I'm going to read this off real quick, see what you guys think. Okay, so their non-conference schedule, they start with hosting the Ohio Bobcats, and then week 2 is Bowling Green, and then third week is North Dakota Fighting Hawks. We'll all agree that they're probably going to be easy wins for Nebraska. So here's their Big Ten schedule. On Saturday, September 26th, they're at Michigan State. Saturday, October 3rd, they are home against Maryland. And then Saturday, October 10th, they're home against Indiana. Saturday, October 17th, they go to Autzen Stadium to take on Oregon. On Halloween, they host Washington. Friday, November 6th, they go to Champaign to take on Illinois. Saturday, they go to Piscataway, New Jersey to take on Ohio State. And then, at Rutgers, sorry. Saturday, November 21st, they're at home against Ohio State, which is their home finisher. And then on Friday, November 27th, is the Heroes game against the Iowa Hawkeyes in Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City. What do you see on that schedule, Wolf? What do you think?
I mean, to be completely honest, if Matt Rule can get Nebraska to at least 7 wins and pull off one upset, whether it be Oregon or whether it be Ohio State, I think that would be a great year for Nebraska this year.
All right. Hold on. I got to take a phone call, so I'll be right back.
All right.
Are we discussing college football here?
Okay, so as of the dark horses for 2026, they're showing 3 teams, man. So 4. Conference sleepers. They got conference sleepers and 2026 college football dark horses. They got Houston as a dark horse, and they got Virginia Tech as a dark horse, South Carolina and Eastern Michigan as dark horses for this year. Conference sleepers. Huh?
Right. So
I see Virginia Tech as a dark horse. I definitely do, because Virginia Tech is always coming up with some crazy stuff at the end of the season.
So T3 says off the schedule, and he says about the Nebraska schedule. He says T3 says off the schedule. I got Huskers losing to Indiana, Oregon, Michigan State, and shockers, we lose to Rutgers. He says maybe at the end of the season he sees an upset of Iowa. Not so fast, T3. I think Iowa gets Nebraska again this year. So Jeff must have dropped off again, which means Wolfie can't hear us anymore. So
I mean, I can hear you, but can y'all hear me? That's the question.
yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
He's like, sorry, I'm not on there now. I just keep falling off of it for some strange reason. That's what Jeff said. So no problem, Jeff. If you want to come in the chat, you can do that too. So
I do see.
But yeah, T3. I think a 7-win year for Nebraska this year. Maybe pull off an upset on either Oregon or Ohio State. That would be a fantastic season for the Huskers this year.
What are we gonna say?
You see him beating one of those 2 teams?
I don't see it,
So,
but it can happen.
hey, let's hear what Angel's gonna say, guys. Angel, what are you gonna say?
I do see Virginia Tech as a dark horse. Definitely, because Virginia Tech always pulls out something crazy towards the end of the season. All
Well,
right.
they kind of Franklin. So you're right. They could do it, but it'll probably be next year, not this year.
Okay, so
Got to get
Okay,
established.
let me read this real quick about the Virginia Tech. Let me read this real quick about the Virginia Tech since we're talking about them now. It says Virginia Tech emerging as a major pre-spring dark horse in the ACC. The Huskies have a strong roster familiarity to bring back significant experience, making them a trendy pick to surprise teams and push for a conference championship game berth. Game berth, not winning it. So
I have the football schedule for Virginia Tech right here. So September 5th, they host the Virginia Military Institute Keydets, and then Saturday, September 12th, they go to host Old Dominion. Then they go to College Park, Maryland, to take on the Big Ten Maryland Terrapins. Saturday, September 26th, they're at Boston College. Friday, October 2nd, they're home against Pitt. Saturday, October 10th, they're at the Cal Golden Bears. Saturday, October 17th, they're at Georgia Tech. Saturday, October. Now, this is where I think it's going to get critical right here. Saturday, October 24th, they are at Clemson. And then on Friday, November 6th, they're at SMU. Saturday, November 14th, they have their ending game against Slane Stadium against Stanford. And then November 21st, they are at Miami. And then for the Commonwealth Cup, on Saturday, they host the Virginia Cavaliers.
Yeah, I see them losing 5 games probably, but they're probably going to have 5 losses. But they'll make a bowl game. They'll make a bowl game, but I see 5 losses there.
So I'm looking at the schedule, Angel. You said Virginia Tech's a dark horse. Who do you see them possibly getting an upset win against?
Who are they again?
Yeah,
Again, I'm sorry.
I read the Virginia Tech schedule, and you
I
said
think they might beat Virginia. I think they could beat Virginia.
So the question is, Angel, who do you see? If you see them, you might see some upsets. Who do you think you could see Virginia Tech upsetting this year?
I go with Teddy. I go with Virginia as number 1. That's going to be the first upset.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about Clemson, SMU, or Miami? Who do you have upsetting there?
They could beat Clemson too.
It could be Clemson and Miami as well.
You think Virginia Tech's going to go to Hard Rock Stadium and upset Miami?
No way. That won't happen.
No way.
Definitely.
No way.
Yo, I'm calling it right now. Look at y'all. I'm calling it right now. Y'all see the goosebumps. My hair's standing up. I'm calling it right now.
No way.
Virginia Tech, Miami.
Want to do a whole body hair? Here, I'm going to do it like I did with Ted. Shave your whole hair off your whole entire body, bro. I'll bet my whole entire
It'd take hours to get all that hair off Angel. To get all that hair off Angel, it'd take hours, man.
$5 for the mail instead of cash apping your ass too at the same time.
Anyway, but yeah, I can see. Yeah, so anyway,
Angel has more hair than me.
You gotta remember this one thing. I was the guy that caught spoilers last year and got them right on the day of money. Okay.
He got some of the big upsets last year. Angel did. Yes, he did.
I caught some of the big upsets last year.
Yeah,
so I think that Virginia Tech might pull some shit out their ass and beat Miami. Let's see what their roster looks like. This is what I'm gonna say. Let's see what their roster looks like in the
Okay.
first 2 or
Well, they
3
got
games.
James Franklin. They got the Penn State coach now, so that's a step in the right direction.
All right, guys. So I pulled up the North Dakota State football schedule this year. So Saturday, August 29th, they're the first 2 games are at the Fargo Dome. They host the Jacksonville State Gamecocks and then the Fordham Rams. Then Saturday they go to on September 12th, they go to Colorado Springs to take on Air Force. And then September 19th, they go to Sacramento, California to take on the Sacramento State Hornets. Then on October 3rd, which is their homecoming at the Fargo Dome, they host Wyoming. Then on Saturday, October 10th, they go to Las Vegas to take on the UNLV Rebels. Saturday, October 17th, they are back in the Fargo Dome against Nevada. Saturday, October 24th, they go to Albuquerque to take on New Mexico. Then on Halloween, they're at home in the Fargo Dome versus UTEP. Then on November 14th, they go to Honolulu, Hawaii, take on Hawaii. And then they end their home game. They host Northern Illinois in the Fargo Dome. And then on November 28th, they go to San Jose to take on the San Jose State Spartans. Wolf, how do you see that for the North Dakota State Bison?
I mean, North Dakota State has had multiple national championships in the FCS. There's no question that they have the caliber to move up. The question is how well will they do? Now, the schedule is actually not that bad. Hawaii is on the uphill swing, so I see that being a loss. UNLV, that will be a loss. So I see probably for their first season, I see possibly 8-4, 9-3, somewhere out in there.
Do you see them getting a bowl game though?
Bowl game,
No.
yes.
A bowl game in their first season? Really?
Yes.
No. I see them getting it next year, but not this year.
If they win 8 or 9 games, they're going to a bowl game.
All right, so
Okay, I got Virginia Tech schedule right here.
I already read it
next-
already, D-Man. I already read it already.
What's VMI? What's VMI?
Virginia Military Institute.
How many games you got them winning this year? How many games you got them winning?
VMI, I don't know. They're FCS. I haven't really paid
No, I'm
attention.
talking about Virginia Tech.
This is Virginia Tech schedule. This is Virginia Tech schedule. They're going to beat VMI. They're going to beat Old Dominion. They might lose to Maryland. Boston College, I don't know. They might win that one. Pitt, they're going to win that one. Cali, they're going to win that one. Georgia Tech, that's going to be rough. Georgia Tech might get them on that one. Clemson might win that one. SMU is going to win that one. Stanford's going to win. No, Stanford might. That's going to be a close game. That's November 14th. Now, Miami, I don't know where Angel Chris said they're going to beat Miami. I don't know how he said they're going to beat Miami.
So I have
Virginia Tech.
I have the Iowa State. You know, I said earlier, I was saying Iowa State's going to fall off their horse this year. Well, here's their schedule. They only play 3 non-conference games. Saturday, September 5th, they play the Southeast Missouri Redhawks in Ames at Jack Price Stadium. Then on September 12th, it's the Cyhawk game at Iowa in Iowa City. Me and Jeff are saying the trophy's coming back to Iowa City that year. September 19th. So September 19th through October 3rd are home games. Saturday, September 19th, they host Bowling Green. Saturday, September 26th, they host Utah. And then Saturday for their homecoming on October 3rd, they host West Virginia. Friday, they go to Provo to take on BYU. Then October 24th, they go to Tucson, Arizona to take on the Arizona Wildcats. Then Saturday, October 31st, they play at home against Oklahoma State. Then November 7th, they are at Baylor. Saturday, November 14th, they are home against the Cincinnati Bearcats. Friday, November 20th, they go to Orlando, Florida to take on UCF. And then Saturday, November 28th, Kansas State, they host. Now, the way I see it, I see them losing at least 4 games this year. I see them losing to Iowa. I see them losing to Utah. I see them losing to BYU. Actually, I'm going to make it 6 games. They lose to Oklahoma State and they lose to Baylor.
I see 3 losses myself.
Where do you see the upsets, Wolf? Because the only teams ranked that they have on here from last season are Iowa, Utah, and BYU. But I still think, though, that they're going to fall off their horse, though. I just don't see having a 10-win season this year.
Honestly, I think the ranked teams are the only teams that they're going to lose to.
But Kansas State's good, too. Don't get me wrong.
Kansas State's going to have a down year this year.
Mm-hmm. Baylor, I would say watch out. I would say the games to watch out for would be Oklahoma State and Baylor. Those would be the games to watch out for.
Okay, lay down.
I think D-Man would agree with me on that one, too.
Yeah.
Now, here's my question. We're talking about all these other teams. What's the Georgia Bulldogs looking like?
I can look that schedule up real quick.
We're looking bad. They're loose.
Okay, I got the schedule right here. All right, you guys ready for it? All right. So, first Saturday, September 5th, they play the Tennessee State Tigers. Then, Saturday, September 12th, they play the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. Next, Saturday, September 19th, they're at Arkansas. Saturday, September 26th, they host Oklahoma. Saturday, October 3rd, they host Vanderbilt. Saturday, October 10th, they go to Tuscaloosa to take on Alabama. Saturday, October 17th, they host Auburn. Saturday on Halloween, it's the Invesco Triple Q Atlanta Gridiron Classic from the Georgia, Florida. Then November 7th, they're at Ole Miss. Then Saturday, November 14th, they're home against Missouri. November 21st, they're at South Carolina. And then Saturday, November 28th, the clean old-fashioned hate against Georgia Tech. There you go, Angel.
I got the Oregon Ducks schedule because we were talking about them earlier, too.
I honestly got Georgia losing to only Ole Miss in the SEC, and I see an upset loss to Georgia Tech.
I got Oregon schedule if y'all want to hear Oregon schedule as well.
I'll pull it up and I'll have you read it, D-Man, since you already have it before me. So,
all right.
So I honestly see 2 losses in the regular season for Georgia. They'll still make it to the SEC title game and make it to the playoff, but that's how I see it for Georgia.
All right, D-Man. Let's fire off the Oregon schedule.
Oregon, September 5th, they start their regular season against Boise State. September 5th. September 12th, they go to Oklahoma State and play the Oklahoma Cowboys. On September 18th, they play Portland State. That's an automatic win right there. Then they go to September 26th, they go to USC and play USC in California. Then on the October 10th, I guess they have a bye week during that week somewhere.
Yep, October 3rd, they're off.
Okay, they have a bye week. Then they go, UCLA comes to town on the 10th of October. Nebraska comes to on October 17th. Nebraska comes to town. Then October 24th, they go play against Illinois. I see that being another loss for them.
No.
Northwestern is going to be a good game. Now Northwestern is going to be a good game. That is like a toss up for me. That could go either way. That's on October 31st. That's on Halloween. Then you got November 7th, Ohio. They're going to Ohio State. Then on November 14th, they got Michigan coming to town, the Wolverines. Then on the 20th, they got Michigan State. They go to Michigan State. Then to close the season out, they got it against Washington. I see them at least losing 3 games. I see them at least losing 3 games.
I can only see them losing
Or
one.
at least.
I see one game that they'll definitely lose to.
That's Ohio State.
Yeah.
Then who is that? Who do you see them losing to?
Okay,
Ohio State.
Washington Huskies, man. That team always has something good about them.
But D-Man, why do you think Illinois is going to upset Oregon?
I just
They
believe
could.
in my team.
They could.
I believe in my team.
Illinois lost Altmaier. They lost their starting quarterback. They're starting completely over this year.
Yeah. But they still got a deep roster.
They still got it, yeah.
I think, though,
Northwestern was good last year, too, now. Northwestern, don't get me wrong, both Illinois and Northwestern were good teams last year. I believe that Northwestern should have made at least a playoff or a bowl game, but they just missed it.
Yeah, Northwestern was definitely didn't have a record.
No.
Yeah, they had a good record. Remember?
What's up, Dominic?
No, here's my whole question. I hear everybody running off teams and this and that.
Hey, Nora. And then Angel just froze. So.
Question of it all. Here's my craziest question of it all. Okay. What's Duke looking like for this year?
Who? Duke?
Duke.
All right.
The Blue Devils? Okay.
All right. I got their schedule right here. All right. You ready for it, Angel?
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one because look at they won the championship last year. They won one of those championships.
Okay.
Yeah, because of
last year. So
here's the schedule, guys, for the Duke Blue Devils. On Saturday, September 5th, they are at home against the Tulane Green Wave. Saturday, September 12th, they
I
go
wouldn't be
to
so fast on that one.
Illinois. Saturday, September 19th, they're at home against Stanford. Then Saturday, September 6th, they are home against William and Mary. Then on October 10th, on 3rd. October 10th, they are at Georgia Tech.
that's a lot.
Saturday, October 17th, they host North Carolina. That's going to be a rivalry game right there.
That ain't even saying a win or loss. That's one that's going to be up in the air.
They should win that one.
Friday, October 23rd, at Virginia. Saturday,
They could win that.
October 31st on Halloween, at home against Boston College.
They could win that.
That's a win.
Saturday, November 7th, at NC State.
That'll be tough.
Saturday, November 14th. This is a definite loss for Duke. At Miami.
Oh, yeah.
Friday, November 20th, they're at home against Clemson. And then Saturday, they finish their season at Wake Forest.
That's a loss. I see them losing 5 games.
Okay, so the biggest thing is that they lost their main halfback, and then they lost Mensah. They lost Mensah. They transferred to Miami. So they don't have a quarterback. They don't have a halfback. I just don't see Duke going anywhere.
5 losses minimum, I see.
want to say,
Some more. But yeah, 5 losses. You'll see.
Angel,
Wait a minute. Everybody says that Duke is a basketball team, right?
They are.
But Duke proved their shit last year. Duke proved their shit last year, and mark my words, they have a quarterback that's underneath the rugs. All right, they just ain't letting nobody know about it until it comes time for the game. All right, I'm telling you, like Mensa was good. Mensa was good, but yo, you gotta remember, behind a good quarterback, there's usually another good quarterback. He just
Not
is
in this
still in the
case.
process when to come out.
Not in this case, Angel. Not in this case.
You know, I just that's what I'm feeling.
Next guy, I got your text. Their Aggie schedule up.
Yep.
Now, Wolfie, the question was to you. How many wins do you see Texas A&M football getting the upcoming season? Now, let me say their schedule, and then you can answer that question for text guy. Okay?
Want to alternate? Want to alternate there, D-man? You say one, I say one.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'll start first. Saturday, September 5th, they're at home against Missouri State. You got the next one, D-man.
September 12th, they're at Arizona State.
Saturday, September 19th, they're at home against Kentucky.
September 26th, they're at LSU.
Saturday, October 3rd, they're at home against Arizona. I'm at Arkansas. Sorry, my bad. If you guys didn't hear that, he said Saturday they're at Missouri. Saturday, October 17th, they have a non-conference game against the Citadel.
October 24th, they're at Alabama.
Okay, October 31st, they're off. Saturday, November 7th, they are at South Carolina.
November 14th, they're at Tennessee.
They host Tennessee at home, yeah.
At home, I meant, yeah, they're at home.
At November 21st, they are at Oklahoma.
To end their season, they are hosting Texas. So I see that now, Wolfie, your answer. Let's answer text guy's question to you. How many wins do you see, or was it losses?
How many wins?
I always do 2 losses.
He asked how many wins. Regular season, I say 9 wins.
So who are the 3 losses you see them losing to then? Who's the 3 teams you see them losing?
LSU, Tennessee, and Texas.
Yeah.
I'm going to say not so fast on Tennessee, though. I'm going to say that one.
Yeah, that's the 50-50 game there. I agree.
Texas A&M is really good at home, though. So, but they did lose a lot of their talent, though. But what's not to say that Texas A&M can reload this year, though. So that Tennessee game is going to be one that I would watch, though. But I'm going to say if it was in Knoxville, Wolfie, I would agree with you. But I think since it's in College Station, I think the 12th man is going to be too much for Tennessee, to be honest.
Everybody is looking low on Tennessee this year. I am going to be laughing my ass off when it comes.
But I'm saying though, it could happen though. I'm not doubting.
But if it comes the other way, I want you to make a public announcement. I was wrong.
Now, if the season comes around and I'm wrong, I'll tell you I'm wrong. I did that last year.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'm gonna go with Wolfie on those 3 guesses as well. Tennessee, LSU.
Faison's going to have those butterflies, and maybe choke on that game, maybe. That's what I'm thinking. So, yeah, that's a 50-50 game right there.
I'm telling you this right now. With Faison Brandon being the starting quarterback, with him being a scrambler and a precision passer, Tennessee will only have 2 losses next year and be in the college football playoff.
So guys, so just for shits and giggles, or for craps and giggles, if it's family friendly, I pulled up the LSU football schedule. So here's what we got, guys. See what you think. Okay, on Saturday, September 5th, they host Clemson. Then on September 12th, they host the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs at home. Then Saturday, September 19th, they're at Old Miss. Then Saturday, September 26th, they host Texas A&M. Saturday, October 3rd, they host McNeese Cowboys, which that's an automatic win. Saturday, October 10th, at Kentucky. Saturday, October 17th, they're at home versus Mississippi State. Saturday, October 24th, they're at Auburn. Saturday, November 7th, they host Alabama. Saturday, November 14th, they host Texas. Saturday, November 21st, they're in Knoxville to take on Tennessee. And November 28th, they finish their season at Arkansas.
Yeah, they might lose 3 games tops.
So their last 2 games of the season is on the road.
But they will definitely lose to either LSU and Ole Miss.
They're definitely going to lose to Ole Miss, and their trap game this year is Tennessee because it's in Knoxville.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say though. I mean, I can see them getting signature wins against Texas A&M, getting a signature win against Alabama. Because
I think my trap game is Clemson.
No way. They lost. They lost Klubnik at quarterback. Clemson had a terrible season last year. Clemson's going to barely be bowl eligible this year. Mark my words.
That's why this is going to be their rebound season from last year.
I disagree.
Dabo Sweeney is not recruiting well, and he's not embracing the nil. That's his biggest problem.
Yeah. Dabo Sweeney is dead set against the NIL, and they had a horrible season last year. They didn't recruit anybody real good. They are not going to do good this year. They're just not.
Yeah, he's an old school coach. He's outdated. They need to get rid of him. I hate to say it, but he needs to go.
So guys, I know you were all mentioning Clemson. I pulled up their schedule. So here's what they got. Saturday, September 5th, they are at LSU. Saturday, September so they have the next 2 games are home games. Saturday, September 12th, they face Georgia Southern Eagles. And then September 19th, they face North Carolina. Friday, September 25th, they're on the road at California. Saturday, October 3rd, they host Miami. That should be a good game. Yeah. October 10th, they're off. Saturday, October 17th, they face Charleston Southern Buccaneers, which is an automatic win right there. Saturday, October 24th, they have homecoming against Virginia Tech. Saturday on Halloween, they play at Florida State. November 7th, they're at Syracuse. And then Saturday, November 14th, they host Georgia Tech, sorry. Friday, November 20th, they're at Duke. And then November 28th, they host South Carolina to finish out the regular season.
Okay, so at the end of the year, when it happens, and I'm wrong, you can tell me I'm wrong, but I say 7 losses right off the bat.
Damn. I'll say 6, but yeah, Wolfie. Wolfie throwing their ass under the bus, boy.
Under the bus. He threw him under the bus on a freaking train track.
I know.
With a train coming down the line.
So I pulled up. So we probably went over this last time, but I pulled up Miami's schedule. So here's what we've got. Friday, September 4th, they're at Stanford. Thursday, September 10th, they're at home versus Florida A&M.
Hey, Snake.
Friday, September 18th, they're at Wake Forest. Saturday, September 26th, they host Central Michigan. Saturday, October 3rd, they're at Clemson. Now, the next 2, October 10th, they're off. But the 17th and the 24th of October, they have 2 home games against Florida State and Pitt. Halloween, they go to North Carolina. Saturday, November 7th, they go to Notre Dame, Indiana or South Bend, Indiana to take on Notre Dame. Saturday, they're at home against Duke. And then the last 3 games are their home games. The 14th, 21st, and 28th. Duke, Virginia Tech, and Boston College. So what do you guys think?
Okay, so I honestly only see one potential loss, and that's Notre Dame. The trap game for them this year, which was a trap game for them last year, and that is Pitt.
I'm going to say Virginia Tech. Because if Virginia Tech's good as what people are saying this year, that could be a good one too. But I'm going to say.
Well, Jay Frank was coaching, and they brought a bunch of transfer over. So,
but at the same time, though, I would say one game that's not a trap game, but I keep my eye on is that Clemson Tigers game, though, too.
No way.
Clemson just
no way.
They're horrible.
Told you, man. Every time we mention Clemson, Wolfie's got that damn goofy ass laugh.
Yeah, he does. So
I'm telling you right now, Dabo Swinney and the Clemson Tigers are the clown of the ACC.
Yeah,
bar none.
All right.
Dabo needs to retire. He is an old school coach, and this is a whole new ball game out there, and he won't embrace that nil. He will not use the nil.
All right. Well, Wolf, shall we wrap this up?
How many hours we've been going, Wolfie?
About almost 2.5.
Yeah.
Hey, Dubby is a energy drink. You can go to Dubby Energy. What is it, Wolf? Dubby.com. And if you look across the bottom, it's rolling across the bottom. It's an energy drink. It's sponsoring Wolfie's channel. And now look, I got a lot of Dubby. Ken, what the hell were we talking about? We were mentioning something we were talking about in that commercial. Bro, we were talking about something the other day, Ted, on the live stream, and then I started seeing the stupid commercials on my YouTube. So I'm telling you, you guys don't believe you're being listened to and you're being watched? Watch all the shit that we talked about tonight. Watch you start seeing it in ads on your YouTube channel. Watch. Everything we talked about tonight, football-wise, you're going to start seeing freaking commercials, or you're going to start seeing videos popping up in your feed. Watch. Because it happened to me yesterday. I showed Trish, and I can't remember what the hell it was we were talking about before that, and then I started seeing them commercials about it and videos about it. Guys better watch it. Y'all being listened to. We're being listened to, even though we're up on panel.
Yep. So shall we call this a wrap there, old buddy?
Hang on.
All right.
Oh, hey. Thank you. Want to know what I can get on this?
What?
All right, there is the web page for Dubby, and use the discount code before checkout. It's energy drinks, sports supplements, vitamins, and more.
But use Sports with Wolfie.
Yep. Well.
All right, well, yeah, this will be a wrap for today, and there'll be more next Tuesday. Be sure to tune in. And
I'll take us out, Wolf.
Go ahead, Brett.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to the Football Talk Show today. Remember, this show is brought to you by Dubby. This link is in the description and in the chat too before y'all. For Teddy, for Angel, for D-Man, for Wolfie, and for Jeff, this is Brett saying, y'all have a good one, and goodbye.
Yep, tune in next Tuesday for nude surfing.
Wolf is out.
Much love.
Here.